Okay, it's just a live stream. I'm gonna do some database stuff, and if you want to come on in, you can. You can join using the Zoom link. I don't expect anyone to come in. If I know you, most likely you'll get in. If not, I'm probably gonna ask who you are before you are shown in my live stream, because otherwise you'll just do something stupid. All right. And then I won't be able to stream for YouTube for another couple months. All right. What am I gonna concentrate on? I think I want to add in the other tables. Every time I always get a new update, I think I'm going to just move some stuff over that I use. That way I don't have to redo this every time I get. I could just use all of it in one folder. The latest one that I got is here. And what data do I take from the original? It's the 2020. So I'm gonna just move over. Keep the 2020. I'm gonna move the 20 to non-domestic, because this one might be the latest actually. So let's get this over. Copy to here. We'll overwrite. And let's see. Okay, that fixes that, and I will get the 20. I'll keep the 2020, because if I get a new one that's updated, I can just go ahead and fix that. But I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one now, since I do not need it. Yep. So alright, this should be a little bit more cleaner. Let's get the. Did I get the? Yeah, here we go. Let's work on the current. Let's get. How do we want to do this? All right, let's start with the 2021 data. We're gonna go ahead and copy this and paste it. And I'm gonna do 3. Alright. Now this one I'm going to. Oh yeah, one of the things I was thinking of doing was create a sequential ID. Use it as a primary key, import it in, and match the VARS ID to the sequential ID. And by doing that, I get a primary key that's based on the VARS ID. And the reason why is, I'll show you now. If we go all the way back into 1990, this is the earliest VARS data. If you go to what is it, VARS.gov, right? We'll go to data, and we'll go and increase it, and we're going to download the VARS data. If we went here, you can see that the latest is 1990 is the earliest when they collected the data. So here we are in the 1990 VARS data, and the VARS ID starts at 25,001. So there's 25,000 rows that are missing. So what was the initial 25,000 VARS IDs? Don't know. Oh, and also, we've got like 25,001 and look at 25,003. So what happened to 25,002? Why didn't it make it in to the spreadsheet? So, and what is, why does it do that? Why do they remove rows of the VAR's data? Anyways, here we can see the same thing, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. All right. You can see, it's funny, this cricket, every time I'm live streaming or making a video, it starts making the cricket sounds. But I only do this live stream or work on stuff anyways when it's late at night and everybody's pretty much going to bed. Okay, so here we've got various IDs. In 2021, it doesn't say 20, but that's 2021 because it's from the 2021 folder. This one, see. Verse 3. So look, we'll look through, and it's like, here's 21 or 91,600. Sorry, 916,615. And next entry is 916,617. So what happened to the VAR's entry for VAR's ID 916,616? See, we have no idea where that went, but we're assuming that there was an entry there. Why wasn't it included? So if I did have the sequential ID as the primary key and matched it up with the VAR's ID, I can see every empty VAR's ID for every sequential ID, and we can go ahead and say, hey, we're missing this many VAR's IDs from the 2021 data. So what were those VAR IDs? What were those entries? Why aren't they for public use? See, right? Isn't that's why? But I think it'd be a little bit of a time constraint to do that. Anyways, since when I'm doing the creating table, excuse me, let's see. I am going to need date died, so everything after died, and hopefully things work. And if there's errors, then I know it's something has to do with the comma delimited. So I do not need any of these, and I am hoping this will work. Because if I insert into, will it match up? Or would I have to do an update? I may have to do an update. Shoot. That kills me. Alright, so usually it's I died. Alright, here's died. I'm going to delete that. So we can at least have it by anything that doesn't seem to have commas, lab data. Okay, so we're going to have to go pretty much up to lab data. Covered. Yep. So let's end it at lab data. Oh my goodness, come on. Let's shorten that up. And let's go ahead and get rid of Z. Yeah, okay. So let's see how that works. Yes. I have a feeling something that I'm gonna have to do something different. Alright. Let's see. Okay, we gotta close that. And I have a bad feeling that this isn't gonna work, but let's just try it out, okay? I haven't done this in such a long time. I have forgotten the shortcut key for uncomment. Control K. Ah, come on. I need a Control K. Whoa. I think shortcut key isn't working. Let's do Control U. There you go. That's a little bit better. But we're going to have to get rid of that, put a comma there, and go ahead and put a semicolon there. Alright, so let's test this out. What's going on? Oh, bah. I get rid of that as well. And let's go ahead and run that. There's data because it does not exist. That does not make any sense. Alright, let's check and see. Did it... There's data. What do you mean it doesn't exist? It exists. Okay, so I did that. And let's just go ahead and run that. Good. Now we'll go ahead and do another bulk insert for this and three. I don't know if this is going to work right, so let's see. We'll see. Now when I drop that table, it gets rid of everything. Okay, invalid character for cage year and report date. So we gotta go and look at cage year and report date. Yeah, this is all on my own time. Cage date and report date. But there's no cage date, report date here. Why is that? Okay, let's see. Cage here. Is it because I'm trying to insert yeah, see, the first one worked. Second doesn't because yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I have a feeling I'd have to do a bulk insert to a temp table, then join it into the VARS data table. Let's try this again. And that will have to be the way to do it. Yeah, because I'm trying to insert into something that's already there. That sucks. However, what I can do is not do a bulk insert here and just do let's go and drop it and do it again. And here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, yeah, I think that's, let's try this out and see if it works. So I'm gonna insert it in with this, and it's gonna populate same thing as before. Let's see. Alright, right, okay, so that's good. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to import data. And data will be from flat file source, and it's going to be and there's data or 2021. There's data. Add the CSV files. Third one, good. It's going to be imported into database. No, that's not what that one is. Why is it picking that one? Sony Media Manager. That doesn't make any sense. There we go. Huh, that's weird. Alright, so, oh, shoot. Maybe, come on. I didn't get to that. Alright, let's do it again. Alright, that's fine. That's fine, we can use comma. Now, this is where I put that in. Good, good, good. There's good. And let's look at the mappings. Can't enlarge it for that. Where's ID? All of it looks fine, good. And let's go ahead and try it and see if there's any errors. There's an error. Conversion failed for lab data. Status 4. Truncated. So something is in that. Yes. Now I've got to look at why that is again. Oh. See, this is painstaking. All right. Date. What I'm worried about is in some of these fields before we get to lab data, or maybe it is lab data because there's a comma. It said lab data, didn't it? I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it did. Fudge. That's why I want to do the import. So okay, I'm gonna have to just go ahead and bulk insert into a temp table, then update into the VARs table. Yeah, update into the VARs table. And then I'll have to, yeah, okay. That's fine. But what that means is I'm going to have to go ahead and comment these out, and then I'll add those tables manually as I actually I wonder. Yeah, actually, I can do the whole thing. Oh, come on. Let's just try the whole thing. I don't want to do this multiple times. And we'll go ahead and drop it again. Come on. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Why does that have that? Line 1. Here we go again. I forgot that. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the table, the columns are ready. I'm going to do a bulk insert from the first CSV file, and then I'm going to have to do a bulk insert update into, which you're gonna have to bear with me. I have not done this in a while, and because I don't do it in a while, it's gonna take some time. I'm actually just looking up and seeing the here's one for 2012. I would have thought, I mean, it's 2021. I know I'm using like the 2016 or 2017 version. Still, you would think they would have made things a little bit easier. And I could try it with different field terminators, but it doesn't really work very well. That's why I just go ahead and keep that there. But since we know this this doesn't work, that's gonna have to be changed. So okay. All right. We're gonna try this bulk insert. Let's do temp tape. Okay, and let's do that. And it's gonna be from there with this. Looks okay, right? And then that's a little bit different. All right, let's just see if that actually goes into. No, it does not work. What am I doing wrong here? Remove that? Doesn't make sense. Do I need to do a create table? Temp table? I think so. That means let's do a create temp table here. No, it just makes more sense to create here. Alright, let's do a create temp table. Let's stop that there. Okay, create temp table 1. We're going to have to include all the fields that we had up here. So let's do that as well as here until lab data. Okay, right. So that's how much we're going to do here, because the comma delimiter, or the comma delimited, the filter terminator, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I just don't say the right things. Okay, so once we got this, I can run that. Well, let's do one at a time. Alright, so I got temp table created, it's populated with those. I'm going to go ahead and do a bulk insert, which it did not like with lab data. Why didn't it like that? Oh, I want the max. Because they could just have a lot of junk in there. Anyways, let's go ahead and drop this and recreate it, which actually I might as well go for max on these as well. It's all, I got a lot of hard drive space. I don't really need to care about this. It's not like it's going to grow, 'cause it's not like a, well, maybe it is going to grow, but yeah, who cares? I'll just try to get more space. So here we go. We're going to go and create the temp table again. Oh, it's already there, so I don't have to recreate it. And I'm going to do the bulk insert into temp table. Still, it did not like it. Why? Lab data. Okay, I got that. It's where I'm a little stuck. That's a pain in the butt. Goodness gracious. Don't know what it could be. That's causing it to mess up. See this lab data. What is it here that's causing an issue? Doesn't make any sense. What is causing the issue here? Huh. Doesn't seem to like it. Let's see. Can I view the temp table? I never really use temp tables that much for these inserts, just because people who work for databases usually kind of understand that when they are gonna export the data to CSV file or XML, that you're not gonna do all this stupid stuff. Anyways, let's try that out. Alright, so I got Vera's ID. Everything looks fine. Everything does look fine. So what's the big deal? Lab data is gonna have the same as this stuff. Do I need to not really have a... Well, if we get rid of everything except for the field terminator. Might as well try it, huh? Alright, before I do, let's go ahead and comment this up. Control K. Does that work now? Alright. Excuse me. Let's do that. And not that. I need a width. Duh. What am I missing here? Width. I have that extra comma there. Alright, that should be okay, right? Alright, let's try this. Simple. No, it's the same. So it's not about that. There's ID. So we know this works, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I create a tab table. I want to do a bulk insert into it. That looks good. And what am I doing differently here? That's fine. Goes all the way down there, right? Where's data? I bet you that there's some stupid comma in one of those other fields here. So if we expand on this, go ahead and do that, right? I wonder, let's look for, you can do this. Let's do a find and let's do a comma. And let's find it. It's going to take a while. Oh, there's nothing there. Huh. There's nothing wrong with that. There's just this. Huh. What is going on? Oh, that's a cloud. Let's type mismatch. Why is it there's ID? Oh my goodness. Data. Where's the data? It's fine. What is going on? Let's try. Just for kicks and giggles, shall we? That's not gonna work either. This one's Bear's ID. So let's try that. Maybe. I just want to see what it says. Row 2.1. Row 2.8. Okay. Huh. Something is too long. Or too short. What is too short here? Shoot. Maybe there's something that's not a date. Or there's data that's too long in one of those columns. Most likely that is it. Hey Shirley, how's it going? You know, you can join if you want and just talk and stuff. I'm just doing some database stuff. Heard you talking earlier in the week with spread in economics. Okay, let's see. That means all this stuff is way somehow big, but it can't be the case. Look, because I expanded the columns. That means there's nothing that's really very long here. There's a date, and date died. That's all it is. There's a, let's see, F. What does F have? Just, hospital days. Hey Shirley, I'm just working on the. So basically, I'm getting all the data from VARs and importing into my own database, so it's a lot faster and easier to look up certain things. Plus, I can explore and see what's missing. Like, if there's, for example, right? If I do a count, these are the total reported cases in 2021. It's 520,858, and that's all based on VAR's ID. But what if going from, all right, let's do 91,660. All right. Sorry, this is a little weird. All right, so 91,660, and we're gonna go to the end, and we have that, right? So let's do minus here. Forget the minus sign, but we got 598,255. That's actually how much the differential is in VAR's ID. But if we actually look at the VAR's IDs here, it's 520,858. So let's get rid of that and just say there, right? So we have that, and we're going to get the amount of total reported cases in 2021, which is based on VAR's ID. We're going to go ahead and do a minus that amount. So we're missing 77,397 records for 2021. That's unaccounted for. We'll never find out anything that's regarded to all these 77,397 cases. But you would never really know that very easily by just looking at the spreadsheet. And you won't know that at all if you're going to look at the data through the VAR's data sets. Let's go back to VAR's within VAR's own reporting system, right? They've got their CDC Wonder, where it's online search, so you're looking at the data stuff here, right? Like, it's very convoluted. You're not going to get all that stuff. You're just looking at certain keywords, and certain keywords don't appear in certain columns, right? So certain this will be easier. Certain keywords aren't going to appear, say in, it may appear in excuse me. I have to show you something else, but it won't. It'll appear in, say, excuse me. I'm drinking some soda, which I shouldn't do, but at night it just helps me. Okay, so symptom text, right? And what do we have before? In VAR's Vax, there's a Vax type. In Vax type, if it'll say COVID-19 if it's COVID-19 vaccination. See. But if it's not there, and there's actually a vaccination type which is unknown, UNK. But if you type in COVID-19, or just COVID, sorry, not COVID-19, just COVID, in the symptom text here, you're going to have returns. And, well, that means that unknown vaccine that was taken was most likely the COVID-19 vaccine. So I can verify the deaths. There's just 128 reported deaths. That's likely COVID-19 vaccine, even though they'll include other vaccines for that individual's VAERS ID. So that's what I'm doing. It's a lot better and efficient, but a lot of this has to do with kind of cleaning up the database and repopulating the database so you can look up certain queries a little bit better and just get a better grasp of what's being reported. Yeah, I know it's a little complicated, but anyways, like I wouldn't mind doing all this work. It's just very simple. It's complicatedly simple and boring. So I wouldn't mind. Usually I would just listen to some people talking or lectures or whatever while I'm working and quit. But I figured, Saturday night, I haven't done a lot of this stuff. Looks like I'm starting to do more videos and live streams, so might as well just keep things going. So that's what I'm doing. All right. And I haven't talked to you in such a long time. It'd be nice to chat back up. Okay, so and what helps is if I talk to myself about what I'm having trouble with, and sometimes that helps. Not all the time. But let's see. So the problem here, I think what I should do is I may have to drop the table. Just okay. So if I drop table, maybe it has something to do with here. I mean, because it's a temp table, it's going to be gone. Sure, awesome. That'd be great, Shirley. Since everything is gone, I mean, it's a temp table, so once the temp table is done, I won't need this anymore. Plus, I'll know whether these are big enough. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Should be 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good. Deep dive. I'm just gonna go here. Where's deep dive? States table, box onset date. NumDays lab data. Okay. And as far as I know, these vax date and onset date. Vax date and onset date. Dates. Nothing else. What date died? Supposed to be just dates. And look, it doesn't. Yeah, it's just dates. Should be fine. Nothing else seems to. I mean, that should be okay. Everything else is just kind of character, like a yes or no, or a integer. Number of days. What I'm worried about is number of days. Well, they're all digits, it looks like, so. Ooh. Let's just try on a whim. And let's get rid of the integers. Let's just do car. I don't like doing this, but I just don't know what's in that. Cannot bold low because I hate when that happens. Oh, yeah, that worked. I got into the temp table. Booyah, look at that. So basically what happened was this. I originally put it as an integer, right? Alright, so that just give me a helpful reminder. So people will ask, well, why do you have that as an Vertcoin? Well, because the data sucks. The data export that they have. I'm telling you, government agencies are the worst at keeping data. You would think that, you know, they're taking data out of private citizens' lives, and they don't seem to do it very well when they allow it for the public. Okay, so now I got I got data populated, yes. And now that I populated, I can actually look in num days and see if there's anything that's not an integer, and figure out why, which Ver's ID caused that issue. All right, so we got here. That's awesome. We're here. Now what I need to do is do an update into. So, excuse me. And what I like doing is, I can still run these. Excuse me. If they're selected and they're commented out, but since I'm not going to use it very often unless I need to clean up the data, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see. I play a sound because I know I get busy and can't quite see if people are wanting to come in or not. So I am going to make the chime occur now. All right, so I'm going, since I don't need to do that anymore, I can do a SQL update into from a temp table. And let's I think it's a simple. Okay, let's do update Ver's back or Ver's data. And plus, I figured this would be kind of useful for people who are trying to learn SQL. Listen, I'm blacklisted, but if you want to make a lot of money in tech field, understand databases. And you know what? You're going to make a 6-digit salary. I'll never get hired, even though I'm doing all this for free, and I could do this for any other big or small corporation. They won't hire me. You know why? I think you know why. Go, hey, this person, This person's saying a lot of stuff that probably shouldn't be said. We don't like that. All right, we're gonna have to set Var's ID, but we're gonna have to specify. Here's the thing. I like doing this all the way out here. You don't have to. Like, I would usually never use these brackets. I would never use the DBO and before that, because one good thing about Microsoft SQL Server, see here, it's the available databases. It's on master. Well, if you put on vars, well, it assumes that you're on the vars database. So all you have to do is set the column name. But I'm planning on once I'm done with this, I'm planning on migrating and trying all these queries out into MariaDB. It's probably not going to be the same as bulk insert as SQL. They'll have something else, I'm sure, but just the idea is going to be similar. So if once I'm done, you know, it's got all the tables, the database name, and the columns and all that stuff. So it'll be easier to migrate it, so anybody can download MariaDB. They could download the data from vars, remove some of the columns, or remove and create copies of the spreadsheets, remove some of the columns, make sure, you know, all this, the field terminators can be something just comma delimited, and anyone could look at the data themselves without having to rely on the government queries, which is a piece of shit, really. Okay. Equals, and it's going to equal the temp table, right? And the vars ID. Vars ID. And I'm going to go ahead and make it nice and tidy for people. And it's also a little bit easy for people to see. Some people, like, I think Oracle, maybe in the past, didn't have these. I think it's just based on the IDE, really. But I'm pretty sure, like MySQL, Oracle, and all that stuff, they have all this now. So who knows? Maybe I won't care to do this. Anyways, it's nice and simple as it is, so might as well not even worry about it. Anyways, I don't know why I keep shoot. Let's see. Oh, that's not quite right. That doesn't seem right at all. Something's not right here, but that's okay. I'm just getting it off of a little template. So it's gonna set all those. Alright, so what I'm going to do is copy these, and this is going to be just going to be 13 of them. Just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Comma, last one. And let's do died here. That's some of the things I wish they fixed in future SQL servers, but you know what, people don't use those brackets really. Anyone who's wants to be quick, they don't need to use that. Alright, look at that. I get to work pro bono. That's what I think it means. Basically for free. And nobody watches or cares. Except for a few individuals that care about the world. That's 2 people. Alright, here we go. Backstate. Backstate. What I should probably have done is created the sequential ID as the primary key. And then match. I kind of just want to do it on a different table. I'll worry about that later. Sometimes I'm always thinking a little too far. Right, covered backstate. What's the date? I think I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8. That makes sense. Oh, my goodness. I am an idiot. Too many errors here. Don't know what exactly is wrong right now. Well, yeah, one of the things about this is it'd be nice to have other people talk. I know it's hard for people to get together and talk, and I'm not very good at talking while I'm trying to do something. Alright, this isn't going to work, but I just want to find the errors. Incorrect syntax near VARs. Maybe I don't need this part. Yeah, okay, there we go. No, that didn't work. Update with See, why did that work there? Something. Oh, that's. Yeah, I think it's that causing the issue. So it's probably thinking, hey, it's just reiterating the same table. And that's why it's having an issue. Or I could be totally wrong. Ambiguous common name, bears ID. I know I'm doing something so simply dumb. Insert. Should I do air join? No, why would I do that? Excuse me. Maybe I do need to do it. That would make more sense. Okay. Let's try that. Let's do an edit join here. Whoa, let's see. Hello?
Hey, Evan, it's Charlotte.
Hey, Shirley, how's it going?
It's going fine. Yep.
How you been? We haven't talked in...
I know.
I don't know, a couple months or a year?
Yeah, it's been several months because I've been working at the post office 12 hours a day. 6 days a week. One day off.
Didn't they have a mandate where you're going to have to take the vaccination?
No, our union said they can't make us do that. They have to talk to their workers. And I'm not taking that. If I have to lose my job, I will lose it. I don't want to because that's good money, but I'm not taking it.
That's awesome. I like that stance.
Yeah. I never had the flu shot, and I'm not getting this one. And they're giving these kids too many immunization shots, too.
Yeah.
I saw my grandbaby come on one day with 3 bands. I'm going to tell you, she got 3 Band-Aids for.
That's crazy. And mainstream media again, government again, is just orchestrating the... Not even like... All right, let's say the conspiracy theory that they're trying to harm people isn't really going on. But they're definitely orchestrating ways for people to divide each other, be divided.
Yeah, yep, the unvaccinated and the vaccinated. But the vaccinated are the ones that getting the COVID and they're spreading it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, so why are you keep pushing the vaccine if this is happening? It's just not making it's us using common sense.
Yep.
And people had lost it. I'm telling you, they really gaslighted them for 4 years about Trump. They did a good fucking job because they don't see reality. They don't believe. Like somebody said, you could put the evidence right in front of their face. They won't believe it. They won't.
Yeah, I know. But what are we going to do? We can't convince people.
Some people are waking up, but we better get like them people overseas in France and Spain.
You see all the protests going on?
Yeah, because France, the police even joined them with their protest. They stopped guarding them and started protesting with them because they know they people like them.
Yeah.
there's one, what state was that? The mayor said, they asked her, because she wanted the cops to be vaccinated. They said, well, if the cops decide not to get vaccinated, are you going to fire them? She would never answer the question. I forgot what state that was. She would not answer the question.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. I mean, the thing is, there's so much going on, so much to just read about. It's like it's hard to just keep track. And there's places where people keep track. It's still difficult to just recall. It's just flood of information, or we could say misinformation by MSM. That's the whole thing. Everything's upside down. Like everyone who's against what's going on and forced vaccinations and all these mandates, like hey, you have to be vaccinated if you want to go into a restaurant or go to a hospital, whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to ruin our lives. Mm-hmm. They literally are trying to ruin our lives. And have us in the streets fighting against one another. Vaccinated, unvaccinated. Because about the ones that's vaccinated, they think they're better than somebody. Have you been running into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, at work. Oh, you not vaccinated. So what? You vaccinated, you more contagious than me. Just like the flu shot. They more contagious with the flu shot than I am. I never got it. And when I saw that interview with that Dr. Malone that created that mRNA, he said they should not be pushing this out here like this to the masses. It's never been used. It's gene therapy, for God's sake. That's what they were calling it at first. Now all of a sudden it's a vaccine. That's gene therapy. That's never been used on humans before. He admitted he took the vaccine, but he said definitely don't give it to children because it'd be deadly for them. And they've been taking they took his LinkedIn down, Facebook, all this stuff. Any interviews they do, they take it down. Because Dr. McCullough had interviewed him. I went back to watch. I said, damn, they took it down.
Yeah.
The sheeple, well, I really tell you, they really gaslight them people through every day. You heard everything. That was the worst presidency ever hearing about a president every day, all day long, 24-hour news. They gaslighted them people, and people still can't stand the man.
Yeah.
I know one thing. He said if people wanted to get vaccinated, they could. If they didn't have to. That's how he would have done it. They got an agenda, that depopulation crap.
Yeah. That's funny because it doesn't matter how much you tell people how hey, look, they've been saying it here. Here's where they said it. Here's MSM reporting they said it.
Yeah, yep.
You got videos saying that they said it, and they make excuses. Oh, they didn't really mean that. Right.
Have you ever seen an interview with Dr. Martin? He works with a company. They hired him when the anthrax scare came out. And when he worked on that case, he was like, I was worried about this because something like this can happen worse later on down the line. But he said what shocked him, they had the postal inspectors investigating the anthrax thing.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe it. And he said they got this patent illegally for this vaccine. Because the patent people told them no, because you can't patent anything that is natural. So Pfizer and the CDC went behind closed door and got a patent for this vaccine and got it put out here. So it's illegal. It's like a RICO case. That's what Dr. Martin said. It's a RICO case. They committing a criminal act using our tax dollars.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's so. How are your kids? Are none of your kids are vaccinated, or are they all vaccinated?
Oh hell no! We didn't get that vaccine. My kids never got the flu shot. They got their childhood immunizations, and that's it. Okay. Any new stuff they have out there, I will not take it. That pneumonia shot, that shingle shot. No. Mm-mm. And then you're getting it done in storefronts. I don't want to go in a storefront to get a shot at a drugstore. I want to be in a health facility that's sterile. Well, my son happened to test positive for COVID, though. Then I had to go get tested. I knew I was going to be negative, so my test came back negative. And he got it because he went away. He works at General Motors, so a lot of people was getting COVID. But see, he was taking his vitamin C too, and then he ran out, and he wasn't taking it for like 2 weeks. And he went away to Baltimore for one night and came home. And later on in that week, he started getting symptoms. But I thought it was his sinuses or his allergies. But he got that job tested him, and they said he tested positive for COVID. But he wasn't real bad. He wasn't bad also. He should be going back to work this week.
That's good. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you have any friends or family that died from COVID-19?
I believe my husband did.
You think he died from COVID-19?
Did 2019? That shit was out there before then. Well, he wasn't wearing no mask or nothing. When he died, they didn't know what he died of. They just say all his organs just shut down. He did not have problems with his organs. I said he wasn't having a hard time breathing, but he lost his legs. He lost the feeling in his legs and couldn't walk. Because I know that's one of the symptoms, too. And he had real severe back pain. So when I was hearing all this stuff in 2020, guys recovering from it, I said, that's just how Curtis was. That's what he had. That is what he had. Because they said he didn't have sepsis and he didn't have MRSA. It looks like it, but it's not that.
That's
so
weird.
I diagnosed him myself. I said he died from that. That's what he died of. And he was suffering because he said it felt his legs. That he was swollen, and he said his legs felt like somebody was cutting him with a knife. And he could tolerate pain, but that pain, he had tears coming out of his eyes.
That's weird. I remember you talking about that, but
yeah, and I had to take him to the hospital on my birthday.
How early was it in 2019? That's just.
It was December. He died December 4th, 2019. He went to the hospital November 17th, 2019. Because he was falling asleep. He just like, I don't know why I keep falling asleep and I'm so tired. That's another symptom. He kept falling asleep and he had severe back pain. He thought it was the mattress, but it wasn't a mattress.
But no one else, you or your kids or anyone else, no one got sick?
None of us got it. It's not airborne. That is not airborne. This mask crap is a BS. This mask crap is BS. That's not airborne. I just wore gloves.
But
I was helping them. And I always wash my dishes out with bleach and soap.
So if your husband did have it, then it's really not that contagious, too.
No, it's like catching the common cold or flu. Even Dr. Mikovits that would work with Dr. Foster, she said, take off the mask, don't take that vaccine. She's even saying that.
I don't know. I'm still a little bit hesitant that your husband died of COVID-19, but I mean, before it was reported.
Well, it was out there. It was out there, and I believe an Uber driver she was taking me to the hospital. Her husband died the same way. He was in the hospital for a month, and he died. And everything, all his organs started collapsing. My husband did not have all he had was high blood pressure. His pressure was fine. And we ate right. We didn't eat food meats with antibiotics and anything like that. We ate right. We didn't drink all that false fake sugar or nothing like that. He took vitamins, and we thought he came down with a cold. But then he started getting sleepy. He was falling asleep behind the wheel. Then I knew something was wrong. I said, no, this is not no cold or no flu.
Yeah. But no one else that you know has died from COVID-19?
I don't know nobody else that died from COVID-19. Nope.
How many people do you know personally that actually caught it or tested positive?
I know somebody right now, my daughter, the girl she went to school with, she caught it. She was coughing the blood. And she had to go to the hospital. She had it before.
Mm-hmm.
And she just came back from Puerto Rico, too. Yep. So it's like people get mad and say, oh, it's not like a common, people are dying. Well, I say, well, people died from that damn flu vaccine. 80,000 in 2019. And Dr. Michaelvich said it was COVID in them flu vaccines, too. So they asked her how it spread. She said injection, an injection.
Uh-huh.
I just saw an interview yesterday she did. Yeah, Dr. Fauci is sick and demented. He using our tax dollars funding Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania University to use aborted black babies, doing something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing that right now.
Yeah, I don't like that guy at all.
I can't stand him. He's a criminal. You can tell Trump didn't like him either. Cause I said, oh, you out of love with Fauci right now. Well, that's because Trump was always. I said Trump knew what he was about.
Yeah.
I think he knew that virus wasn't what they said it was. Because he didn't want to shut down the country. He knew what would happen economically. And they really going to kill us economically because making us take that vaccine. And then the CDC had on their website the zombie apocalypse. I'm like, what the fuck they mean by that? Why they got that on their website? They did. They really did. I don't know if it's still there, but they had the zombie apocalypse on their website.
I bet they updated that so it's no longer there. Do you know if it's still there? If you go to that website?
I don't know. It might be, but I know they had it on there because James. When I told James and Stevie, they looked it up. That was like a couple of months ago. They looked at it and said, "Oh my God, it is there."
Yeah, I think yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, but that was like the they're preparing for like a big, huge outbreak in 2000.
Yeah, they want to see us walking around like the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That's my show. These are some sick puppies, because in that show, it's like something was out in the air and people was getting it and changing. But this virus ain't in the air at all. It's not in the air. Because I didn't catch it from my granddaughter didn't get it. And also my husband was stressed out from his business. Because if you stress will kill you. Because I think that's how he caught it. Because he had an 85-year-old man working with him and other employers. They didn't get anything. And the old man always stayed close to him. So, it's not airborne.
Yeah.
And they're making it seem like that. They just keep putting fear. Now they say, oh, the wildfires are fueling the pandemic. How's the wildfires fueling the pandemic? They keep coming up with different stuff. And then they tell pregnant women it's safe for them to take. No, it's not, because I saw a study that I forgot how many women it were, had their babies, and after the babies was born, they died because they got vaccinated. I would not take that crap.
Eric said he's coming in pretty soon.
Come on, Eric. I need you. He talked to him in a long time.
Yeah, I don't think I've really talked to Eric in a long time. I mean, he pops up every now and then. I actually like watching him play his games.
What is that? Sounding Cloud said CDC won't admit men can get pregnant when they talk about injections in the pregnancy.
What? All right, there's
And
there's
then they're
Eric.
talking about a third vaccine. They are, and then the stuff is experimental. It's not approved by the FDA.
Nope.
No, it's not approved. Why are y'all taking an experiment? And it takes 10 to 15 years to approve a vaccine.
Yeah.
Everybody lost their logical thinking.
I think what's funny is here's another one. All right. Oh well, first, hi Eric. Can you hear us?
Hey,
Yep,
Eric.
we can hear you crystal clear. Hey
All right, awesome.
everyone. Hey Yvonne. Hi Cheryl. How's everyone?
Good. How are you?
Everyone, I'm fine.
I'm doing pretty good.
Here's
Yeah, he's still gaming.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So here's my thing is they've never cured the flu either with a vaccine, but all of a sudden,
No, we never did.
Yeah, in vaccine, the typical flu kills hundreds of thousands of people per year, if not
Yes.
up to 1 million or so.
And yet they make a big fucking deal about the Koofy Koof.
Yeah, and they have Anyways, you guys know. I don't have to say much. Just right there.
They really lost their fucking goddamn collectivistic minds. They really have done it.
Yes. And the masses are falling in line. They pissing me the hell off. You infringing upon my rights. They trampled all over the Fourth Amendment right, the First Amendment right, and they're trying to do the Second Amendment. They ain't coming to my house taking my guns. Hell no. Mm-mm. And what's so crazy about where I live in Pennsylvania, our governor, we had a bill this year in May. There was a question on there taking a lot of his authority away, and everybody voted. A lot of people voted yes, so he lost approval. So he's not doing no mask mandate. But the city of Philadelphia is separate from Pennsylvania. I'm like, how is that we part of Pennsylvania? Our mayor ain't qualified to be mandating somebody to get some damn vaccine. He making the city workers get it, and health officials. The governor not doing that.
I'd say still refuse that fucking so-called fucking vaccine.
And people gonna lose their jobs. I know one guy, he's gonna be working virtual for home. His company wants to put cameras in his house.
Like hell no, that's a violation of the Fourth Amendment right.
Yeah, it violates the Fourth Amendment right trying to give us this vaccine.
Yeah.
They always crying about fighting for abortion rights, but you want my body, but the vaccine, that's not my body anymore. I feel like I'm being raped. No means no.
I would say that too. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, hey, you're raping me with that big needle rapist, body rapist. And also drug pushers. I would call them a bunch of fucking drug pushers too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would fucking call them. I'd call all of them fucking drug pushers. I'd be like, hey, you want to go and push the fucking vaccine? Yeah, you're for my body, my choice. Well, it's my fucking body, my choice. I refuse to get raped by that fucking needle. I'd be like, get your creepy, rapey hands away from me.
Don't you think that's so weird that we went from our body, our choice to listen to government and big pharma?
Yeah.
Big pharma. They're terrorists.
Isn't that crazy? They are such fucking hypocrites. And I love DeSantis, because he got with Joe Biden. He said, you don't let her ever come talk to me about some COVID-19. You're not going to come here and tell my people what they can and cannot do. There's going to be no mask mandate, no passport mandate, and no vaccine mandate here. Mississippi, all the Republican-ran states are going against this. It's just the Democratic-ran states that's going with this crap. And I'm sick of it. And people don't see that either.
Yeah, these are the same Democrats that just want to go, that's been fucking over people for many fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, same thing with the Republicans, too.
Yeah.
Most of them.
So Lindsey Graham, oh, I quit COVID. I did that good because I took the vaccine. Who gives a shit? Ain't gonna tell Trump. Tell your supporters to get the vaccine. What Trump got to do with this? He's out of office.
Fuck Lindsey Graham. She's
Yeah.
an idiot. I refuse to identify him as he. It's a she. I mean, she has a girl's name.
Yeah, he should. What? Lindsay is a girl's name.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, Lindsay is a girl's name.
Like how Debbie Washington Schultz is a man.
Yeah,
because
I wish she come out the
man
closet.
in her name.
This is just a bunch of BS they doing. And they're taking every doctor and expert off of YouTube that's not talking the same narrative as them. That's trying to give people the truth.
Yeah, they just want to go and drug us and lie.
Yep.
They're just like, the creepy rapist that they want to go and virtue signal against. I just see it that way.
Yep, that's the way I see it.
I'd be like, you're not going to go and molest my body with a needle. That's that's like rape. And they're the ones like, and plus they're the same people that want to, have drag queen story hour for children.
Oh, that's just sick.
It is fucking gross.
And that's wrong. That is wrong. We weren't even sex education in kindergarten.
It's fucking nuts. I mean, I would just say, ship all these motherfuckers off the Epstein Island. Let them rot there and fight to the death. I do not give a fuck for these people. And
all I'm saying, we still dealing with the Obama era, because Biden said he's still carrying on with the policies Obama had, and I'm telling you, we still feeling that effect.
Yeah, as I refer to call the Biden administration the drag queen story hour administration.
Well, that's Obama administration too. He had the rainbow color out of his White House every day during his administration. Yep. Nobody want to believe it, but...
Yeah, and we got literally a fucking drag queen, trying to go and make legislation to go and fucking castrate children, too.
Oh, that bitch from my state, Pennsylvania.
The dude-looking lady?
What's her name? Oh, he looks hideous. I'm like, when we was on lockdown, and I heard him on TV, I knew it was a man because I heard his voice, and I looked, I'm like, what's that blonde hair? I said, that's a man. He looked hideous. In a blonde wig. And then Biden picked him. I'm like, oh my God.
It's fucking insane. It's no wonder why I keep calling it the Drag Queen Story Hour administration.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. It's really sick. I don't have nothing against gays, but that transgender community, they off the chains now.
I mean, did anyone see the what was it? The store owner, the store owner that
had to sign up.
Yes, the joke, and he got offended by a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's a fucking joke. I was like, and then it's like, oh, he wanted to act like a she and be virtuous and be like, oh, this is offensive. I was like, hey, 9 out of 10 people find that joke to be funny. I was like, people have really lost their goddamn fucking minds. They have. And that's why I actually just go and sit and laugh at it.
Yeah, that was funny. When I saw that, I was cracking up.
I was laughing.
You need to take that side down. That's offensive.
I laughed at it for about good 15-20 minutes. Like I was laughing at it for good 15-20 minutes. There was like two parts to the video because they also brought it outside, and the one old guy took on like this Karen with the mask on. It was just beautiful.
Mm-mm-mm. I never forget. I was going to work, and I got off the bus, and I had my mask below my nose. Some woman coming up, walking up there. I'm like, who does? I didn't even know the woman. She said, pull your mask up. I said, what are you, the mask police? You better leave me alone.
No, with me, I refuse to wear a mask. Because, like, with me, here's one thing. I tried a mask on for 5 minutes. I was like, I can't fucking breathe in this shit. Fuck this. Then I took it off.
And they put a mask mandate back here, and they was just released like last month or something. Oh, it was released to get that thing off my face. Because I had to wait to work all day. And then all these dicks started breaking down right outside of my mouth. I said, I was not getting no air, clean air, and well, clean air ain't out here, but no air on my face, around my lips, and my nose. Because I got very sensitive skin. And they started this mask mandate up again. Well, they telling the stores and the restaurants ask for vaccinations. They don't want to do that. So then somebody gonna go off, and then they're gonna have to call the cops. That's another extra job we got. We need to be in a state of emergency because every day and night there is a shooting in this city. He won't put the city into a state of emergency at all. He's worried about some damn mandate for vaccines.
Yeah, he's worrying about drugging people, but when people get fucking killed, don't want to go and do a damn thing about it. I'd be like, you know what? People are gonna take it to their own fucking hands and defend themselves. I mean, the governor of Pennsylvania is a fucking idiot anyway.
Well, he lost his power. They took away executive power in May by voting on that question. But this is my mayor in the city. It's like we're separate from Pennsylvania, but we're part of Pennsylvania. The governor has no mask mandate, but my mayor put a mask mandate in the city. I thought we were supposed to go by what the governor said. He runs the state.
Yeah, but these individuals that actually do have certain control and power, it's like, also, blame the locals too. You also have to go after them local fucking politicians too. They deserve this shame and the fucking ridicule. Fuck them.
And now in October, instead of repealing this damn sugar tax, they gonna put we gotta buy bags in stores now. They worked on banning them little black bags that be in the street. Them bags ain't taking money from my pocket. I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about that sugar tax. And we got an 8% sales tax. Now they talking about we got to buy bags in October. So it's the business is supposed to take over that cost. But they're going to put it on the consumer. Just like the beverage tax was supposed to be like that. But it's on the consumer. It's like about $4 for a bottle of soda here.
Oh, my God.
Yes, that sugar tax. About $4 for a bottle of soda.
Wow.
People go in the county and buy it because they don't have a beverage tax. And the state allowed the city to do that.
That's fucking insane.
It is. Talking about buying a bag. Well, I had bags. I'd had bags, but why? It's insane. The Democrats have lost their ever-loving effing mind. And nobody really wants to leave that party.
People should leave that party. There is too much history of the Democratic Party that I really, really heavily looked into because I really fucking despise them. I was like, why are people still voting for these pieces of shit?
Sorry if I'm quiet, guys. I'm just working on my
You're doing your thing on the computer.
Yes. Hey, I mean, this is like I'd say if I was actually working at an hourly rate, it'd be about $70-$80 an
Oh
hour.
wow.
Yeah. But I think I've been blacklisted. I don't think I'll be able to get a job anywhere.
Yeah, start local like farming and food and stuff like that. That'd
Oh
be
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, that's
They
what
they
I'm
can't
doing.
they can't fuck with they can't fuck with you there.
Yeah.
People like you can go and give them the finger, be like, kiss my ass. I'm an American. Because that's something I would do. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
fuck you.
I mean, I'm doing a
I'd
lot
do
of
it.
gardening stuff and a whole bunch of other things. So yeah,
Yeah. I'm
taking
gonna
care of my
start gardening.
kids. You should. It's fun.
Oh, I have been. I'm gonna start gardening again in September since it's been like since the summertime it's been too hot to actually go and grow stuff because if it reaches above 90
Yeah.
it actually stunts the growth. So that's why I've been a little on the sad side when it comes to the summertime because I just want to go and grow stuff.
If you want to keep things cool, add straw to it, and that'll keep the temperatures from getting too hot. So if you still want to grow and when the temperatures get high, you just gotta make sure you water the straw so it keeps things cool every day if it's over a certain temp. But yeah, that's how you'll grow stuff that doesn't like hot temperatures.
Oh, I gotta go and try that.
And Eric, I love your governor.
Who doesn't?
I love him, man.
You know what's funny is the like the governor.
Way better than fucking Trump, though. I'll say that.
The governor's fighting a lot of stuff that's happening like Broward County. You know, all the stuff that happened with the DNC in Broward County. Debbie Wasserman Schultz is from there.
Oh yeah, Broward County is like one of the worst fucking counties in Florida. I was like, why do these people elect these fucking corrupted fucking officials? I mean, they fucked over Tim Canova.
I think they cheat. They cheat. They cheated Trump big time in that election. Trump won that election.
Who was that ugly bitch? Was it Brenda Snipes, I believe? The ugly one.
Oh, and that black woman with the blonde hair.
I call her the ugly one.
Yeah. They cheat. That's how they win. They cheat, and that's why they love the mail-in ballots. Trump was trying to stop that in the courts. They all was against them. So they were cheating with the mail-in ballots. When I was working in the post office it was after Thanksgiving. No, it was around Thanksgiving. I'm like, all these ballots in there and coming through the mail. I'm like, what are these ballots doing here? I just kept saying that to myself. I'm like, maybe these missing ones that were lost in Pennsylvania. I don't know, but they really cheated. They treated that man bad.
Oh yeah,
they did no worse than Bernie. I was watching that election that night, and that man was about to turn damn red. And then all of a sudden they stopped. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, we got to stop counting. And that's when they were bringing in the mail-in ballots.
And there was video evidence of it, and yet no one was held accountable. Nope.
I saw them. What was that in Atlanta? They supposed to have the flood. It wasn't no damn flood. And them got all them people out of that room, and then they went under them tables and got the mail-in ballots.
Right underneath
Joe
the desk.
Frazier voted here, and he's been dead I don't know how long. Will Smith I've had voted. He's been dead.
Wow.
And when I saw when they were doing the recount, going to court about it, you see all these different names that was used. I'm like, what kind of name is that? Addresses that were lots. That was insane. And one thing I say, he never conceded. He never conceded.
That is true. He never conceded.
No, he did not. Because he knew he won. He knew he literally won.
He did.
I knew he won.
I knew Trump won as well.
Yep. I knew he was going to win the first time. I said, oh, they cheated Bernie again. Obama said if not Bernie gets the nomination, I'm going to take him down. And he made all of them leave that debate stage and drop out. And all of a sudden, Clyburn won South Carolina. Biden won South Carolina. He wasn't a flip on the radar. I remember MSNBC said it looks like Bernie going to be our nominee from South Carolina coming up. So where's Biden at? All of a sudden, he wins. Get the hell out of here. Clyburn ain't got that kind of clout. They be cheating.
Exactly. And Mike Pence certified a pedophile and the whore of Babylon. He's going to hell.
Yeah, he's creepy. I don't like it. He put me in the mind of the children in the village of the damned. That white hair and them blue eyes.
Yeah, Satan's coming for that ass, especially the Satan that has rainbow-colored hair and identifies as a woman. She's coming for his ass with a big red cock. She's coming at
his wife, mommy.
Yeah, Mike Pence certified. You know what? That makes him a pedophile apologist and the whore of Babylon apologist, and it makes him a heathen. And like, if he was a good Christian, he wouldn't certify a rigged election for a fucking pedophile.
And that thing at the Capitol, that was all set up. All set up.
All a setup. Hey, if Trump, you know what? I've actually thought about this. If Trump actually would have if he actually truly, like, actually, you know, if Mike Pence actually did certify it, knowing the media, because I could tell it was an op anyway. January 6th was a complete 100% op.
Yes, it was.
I would say this. If Trump would have actually won and Mike Pence would have actually done his fucking job, they would have brought out a crucifix instead, wanting to actually go and crucify Mike Pence, and the media would completely 100% fucking glorify it. Like, like with me, because I really thought about it, I was like, what if actually Trump actually did truly, you know, won? What would happen? I was like, instead of them, you know, bringing out the rope and wanting to go and hang Mike Pence, because that seemed like too fucking suspicious. Because, you know, it could have went either way. I always do think about it that way.
Yep.
I know it sounds like, you know, I was like, if you really put two and two together, I was like, January 6th was a complete 100% off. And not by the fucking feds.
And they started going in these crusades about to certify that election, too. That quite a coincidence. They like, Trump started, I said, his rally, them people were there hours before Trump rally was still going on.
Even I think that the feds actually, the operatives that were actually wearing like certain things and, you know, saying certain slogans and stuff like that just made me extremely suspicious too. Yep.
So they tell them to put on the Trump gear.
Exactly. And also their cute gear too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, with, you know, it makes me fucking wonder, you know, if, you know, people just, you know, feds wanted to go and purchase, you know, these like certain type of, you know, attire and gear and stuff like that and go and dress up. It's just, you know, it's just something, it's just like, you know, and plus especially those guards letting in those, you know, people in too. It's just something really seemed extremely suspicious about that too.
Yeah, and they said they told a lot of Capitol Police to take off that day, too. Nancy Pelosi is in control of them damn police.
Yeah.
I say, how are they going to start a committee investigating themselves?
Yeah, and they won't, and yet they won't, yet they complained about January 6th and did not complain about the summer of fucking 2020. What kind of bullshit is that?
You know, I love you guys.
And AOC going to say,
We
oh,
love
I
you too,
feared for my life.
Elon.
You weren't even fucking there. Talk about she feared for her life. You weren't even there.
And I call that bitch a vampire. And that
Yeah.
would be more even believable.
The squad. They piece of shit.
Yeah, and AOC wants to go and oh boo hoo boo hoo in front of a fucking fence. Boo
And where
hooing in
they
front
at
of
the
a
border? They ain't been at the
fucking.
border no more. When Trump was over, they stayed down there.
Yeah, and they're okay with the human trafficking and the pedophilia that
Mm-hmm.
goes along upon the
Yep.
border. That makes
Yep.
them pedophile apologists. I
Mm.
would actually say it right to their fucker faces. I'd probably scare them. Like, get away from me, get away from me. I'd be like, good, be afraid of me, bitch. I'd be like, I could grab a crucifix and wrap garlic around my fucking neck. I'd be like, bitch, you a vampire. I am convinced that she is a vampire. I mean, why are they against crucifixes? It makes me think, because like with me, because I'm actually convinced that vampires exist. I was like, why are these people afraid of crucifixes all of a sudden? It just makes me think.
I thought they were religious.
They pretend to be religious.
Yeah, I know.
It's all for show and virtue.
How about Cuomo going down?
Good. I want him
I
to
don't
go
think Chris
fucking.
coming back to CNN. They might let him back. Didn't they left Jeffrey Tubin back after he masturbated live on virtual?
You know, the guy who jerked off on a live stream.
I think they let him back to CNN because Chris Cuomo was known for helping his brother with his lawyers about the women.
Yeah, that must make Chris Cuomo a rapist apologist or or sexual harasser apologist too. Either way, I mean, CNN are filled with racist perverts.
Yes, they are.
Pedophile apologists, creepy people.
Yep.
I mean, how about we just go and fucking throw CNN on fucking Epstein Island and watch them fight each other to the death for our amusement and entertainment? That'd be the only good fucking thing that'd be on TV nowadays, since everything fucking sucks.
And them banning the kids' books, Dr. Seuss. What's with that?
Banning Dr. Seuss books because they claim something that is like inherently racist or bigoted about it. I was like, it's just fucking children's stories, and yet you won't even ban Drag Queen Story Hour when you get some guy having bulging his fucking dick out in nylon and showing it to children.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Oh, the world has gone crazy.
Yeah, because a lot of the shows I watched for years, now all of a sudden certain characters becoming gay. I'm like, come on, get the hell out of here. Stop pushing this stuff. They just keep pushing it. They keep pushing it.
How about the gay people that aren't for this shit? Where are their fucking voices? Oh, they want to go and ignore them and just keep fucking pandering.
Yeah, because I know those gay people, they don't like that. They don't care for them transgender.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I go and see this shit, I'm like, what? I mean, people really lost their goddamn fucking minds. I was like,
and this one show I watched, it was two lesbians in there. They got married, went on a honeymoon. Oh, it's okay to show a dildo on the show, but you must show a man's private area. No, I don't want to see either.
True.
I couldn't believe it. I turned my head. I'm like, I don't believe they just showed this. And then they're going to change the rating of the Rocky movie because they just say it was abuse, violence in the movie. I'm like, come on, leave it alone. How old
Yeah.
is the Rocky movie?
Exactly. It's like they want to go and change like the rating for a fucking movie long
Yeah.
ago.
Yes.
Fucking stupid. And yet they want to go and say drag queen story hours for everybody. These are
Yeah,
the
they
same
got their
kind of
shows
fucking
on
people.
cable. They got the shows on cable. And then June is Black Music Month. And well, thanks to Obama, and well, Trump took it out when he came in office, but Biden put it back in. He put the LGBTQ community in that month of Black music. Now this year, all I heard was about the LGBTQ community. I ain't seen nothing about really Black music. Nothing. That was our month for Black music, June.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now they want to go and pander to like these like, to these loonies. It's insane. And it just makes me just want to go and it's like, this is no wonder why I keep calling it the Drag Queen Story Hour administration. I'm like, I just keep calling it that. I'm surprised that Joe Biden didn't. I'm surprised that Joe Biden didn't even go out and wear a rainbow-colored Klan robe, shouting "Rainbow Power" for fuck's sake. I was expecting that because you know how they want to go and make a mockery of Joe Biden too. I'm surprised they didn't do that.
All I can say, that Obama family was the first gay family in that White House, and Joan Rivers admitted it, and that's when she went into cardiac arrest with that simple procedure she always gets. And somebody asked her, "Are we gonna ever have a gay family in the White House?" She said, "What you talking about? We already got one there. Obama's in there."
Exactly, because Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah, she's a tranny. I saw them pictures. People laughed. And I told people at work, I was like, "Michelle is a tranny." They said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Just watch the Ellen video with them white pants on." My husband's like, "Oh no, that's a gun." I said, "What you need a gun for?" Secret Service right up there on the goddamn stage. That ain't no pain. She didn't lay it down, lay it back, or whatever they do with it.
I mean, look at the video that Alex Jones did with Big Mike going down them steps and going grabbing his crotch.
Because I didn't want to believe it at first, and I said, "Okay, I'm fat." I said, "Oh Lord have mercy, that White House was a lie, a big lie."
Well, the big lie was in Big Mike's pants. That's the big lie. Yeah.
And that's when this LGBT stuff started pushing when he was in office. He gave them a lot of laws. Only thing, they still can get fired. That's the only thing he left out. They can get fired in certain states if they find out they gay.
Obama was the first pander to the LGBT and whatever kind of other fucking letters they just want to keep adding to that fucking organization.
Yep. And then he went to where his country, where his father was from, and tried to push that shit. They said, "Don't you come out." They put him out of there. "Don't you come out here pushing that stuff."
Good. It's like, and plus, it makes it for like, the people that just, that are just gay and lesbian that, hate the agenda. It makes them look fucking bad too.
Yeah, they hate that agenda because but that Delta Piano was launching at one time. She even said, "I hate being gay now," because they pushing that stuff.
Exactly.
She said, it's all corporate now.
Exactly. And didn't the like the corporate side of things used to be like, discriminative, actual real discriminative, and yet these, these people are being supported by the enemy that claims to go and advocate for them.
Because I've
Yep.
heard like Raytheon donate to them, all these big corporations. And Dad was like, wait a minute. When we fought and then they had the police helping to guard them, they said the police was never our friend. Why you got the police guarding you? She said I don't celebrate Pride. I don't celebrate that Pride Day no more. They wouldn't give out to the homeless. Yeah, because they sick of it. They pushing it.
Good. Those who push that kind of bullshit, it's like it's fucking dumb. It's like, and you find it like ironic that these like these politicians that claim to go and be like pro LGBT, however
Mhm. Mhm.
they sell weapons to countries that go and stone gay people and throw them off of tall buildings or light them up on fire and shit like that, and yet
Mhm.
these politicians aren't held accountable for selling weapons to that country, and yet the
Mhm.
LGBT are okay with it, and they only care and they care about and they care and the lamestream LGBT whatever with the fuck they, whatever keep
Mhm.
whatever letters that they keep fucking adding to that fucking culty organization, and yet they won't even hold these fuckers accountable.
But what cracks me up, Biden sent India millions of dollars for gender changes.
What was that again?
He sent millions or maybe billions of dollars to India about gender changing.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you get these crazy people that claim to be binary shapeshifters.
Yeah. They got all these different terms. I thought they added a couple more letters to that LGBTQ too. It's like, really?
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Hmm. I hate
it's
gay
fuck.
people in my family. I don't hate gays. They've been around for decades. But this stuff they pushing, I don't like it. Putting it in schools, like that woman from Pennsylvania, she's down there in Washington now. Talking about something. Because Rand Paul was getting with her because she was talking about teaching the kids um, about how do they feel? Do they feel like they're a boy or a girl? You don't teach no little kids nothing like that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to go and teach children that. You're not supposed to go and teach children that kind of shit. That's like extremely unethical. You're supposed to teach them ABCs and their numbers,
Yeah,
and teach them just basic stuff, not like, oh, little boy, do you feel like a girl today? If anyone came
yeah,
up with if anyone came up to me and when I was like a little boy, I'm like, oh fuck no, I'm a boy. I have a penis, not a vagina. Fuck off. I would say
yeah.
that. And my mom would actually be pretty proud of it.
I mean, it's sick. It's really sick.
It's insane. These fucking people are just fucking insane. I was like, and it's no wonder why it's no wonder why people, I was like, yet they just go and pander and virtue signal, and it gets people all fucking riled up and pissed off. And it's like, yeah, we don't like these kind of groups. And it's like, rightfully so.
Mm.
I mean, they just get more insane by the fucking day.
Hmm.
And it's like, when are they ever gonna fucking learn? I was like, um, when are people ever gonna go and take a when are people ever gonna go and learn and actually go and fucking take the loss?
Mm. Well,
That's
did you
actually,
hear?
what was that?
Go ahead, finish, Eric.
I was saying, like, when are ever people just gonna go and take the loss and just completely just own the loss? Just take the loss,
Mm.
just own the fact that they're wrong, and just take the loss. You're supposed to take that loss.
I think their idea is they want to. They only want one party, and that's the Democrats. Hell no. Hell no. Because even
Yes.
Biden had mentioned, oh, we may not have the Republican Party anymore.
They want a uniparty.
Mm.
Yeah, they want that uniparty. Like, and you know, it's like, oh fuck no, fuck their uniparty, fuck their party, fuck their fruity little fucking party. I mean, it's just like, you know, the party that Obama had, his 60th birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Yeah, quite ironic with his narcissist ass. He gonna announce his birthday party with 400 people. That last day that happened with the evictions.
fucking insane.
Did y'all hear about the third laptop that was stolen from Hunter?
Oh yes, I've already heard about that already.
Did you see the video of him in the hotel room with the hooker? They both naked.
The Russian hooker.
Yeah. And he was talking trash, talking about, yeah, I think my drug dealer stole my laptop. He gonna try to bribe me because my father's running for president and I make him gazillions of dollars. I'm like, this fool is an idiot. And the media is just hiding it.
Of course they hide it. They get paid to hide it. But like they take that media order. Do not report on this. I was like, not only the media are crackhead apologists for Hunter Biden, they're also pedophile apologists for Hunter Biden too. I mean, same thing with creepy pedo Joe, pedophile, and pedophile apologist. I mean, especially what happened with Hunter Biden and the 14-year-old niece. Fucking disgusting. Send them all off to fucking Epstein Island to rot. We don't want them here.
Take them up to outer space in their space force.
I think sending them off to fucking Epstein Island would, you know, sending all those fucking evil people off to Epstein Island would actually be good. Put cameras on them, watch them going after one another would be entertaining.
And Jill is the most horrible looking first lady. Even Barbara Bush looked better than her. At least she got dressed in wool pearls and shit. She looks horrible.
I'm like when I look at her, I'm like, I was like, I don't even know who's worse, Jill Biden or Big Mike. Probably
well,
both equally as worse.
Nice. She did dress nice. But Jill, I'm like, what the hell she got on? Even going overseas meeting dignitaries, she just looked plain.
We went from, like, you know, the hottest first lady to the most ugliest first lady.
Yes, and what's Biden calls her drop dead gorgeous.
We went from tranny to hot to ugly.
Yeah. That is too funny.
It is true, though.
It's true. They always talked about how Melania dressed.
And she, you know, and she did a great job at, you know, being like the hottest first lady. I mean, that's like, you know, out of all the first ladies in the United States of America, Melania Trump is like #1. And it's a tie between the tranny and the ugly one on the bottom.
Jeez. Evan's still working on that thing.
Oh yeah, no one else is gonna do it.
What are you trying to find out? Their lies?
No, we already know that. Just want to see what people are actually reporting to the CDC, and then we can.
So it's more of gathering receipts.
Well, people. Yeah, well, where else are we getting people reporting on stuff, and you know, who's gonna trust any other site that's not a .gov site? So at least people are reporting it on a .gov site, and we can show
And
people.
you can't believe anything from that site. They be fudging the numbers.
Yeah, that too. But
Yeah, they be fudging the numbers.
At
They like
least,
they lying now.
At least we could catch them. They'll still lie even if they. That's the thing is, what was that quote? Someone who tells the truth doesn't have to remember anything that they said. Right? Maybe it was Tim Black that said that.
Fauci's good for that.
Yeah, so, I mean, they have to keep track of all their lies. So even if they're lying and manipulating the data and putting in fake data, they have to still at least remember all that stuff that they faked and manipulated. And if they don't, well, it's easy to catch them, lying in one way or another.
I think Fauci should have been held in contempt, calling Rand Paul a liar at that hearing.
Oh, Fauci. Ugh.
Yeah.
Fucking hate him. Trump should have fired his fucking ass. I would have fucking kicked his ass out.
Oh, Trump couldn't stand him. I could tell Trump couldn't stand him.
I mean, I would, if I was Trump, I'd fucking curse him out in public and tell him how much I fucking hated him.
Because when Trump mentioned about that hydroxychloroquine, they used that, and then they stopped the doctors from giving it out. And I'm like, well, how do you want to stop that? Because lupus patients take that. I couldn't believe they stopped that. And now they use that for the treatment for COVID. Ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and I forgot the other antibiotic that's been around for years. Those can treat this virus, but they want to push this vaccine. There's no need for a vaccine for this. It wasn't no need for the one for the flu.
Yeah, if you want to look into something that's pretty bad, I've only looked into it. A good bit. Basically, the default treatment that was set up for people who were tested positive for COVID-19, they were giving something that Fauci really wanted them to use, but like previous. I was in one of my previous videos, but like previous lab results and stuff was like killing people, right? So basically, the treatment that they were using to help people who were tested positive for COVID-19 was actually getting them sick and like pneumonia and stuff. Gosh, I wish I could remember. Yeah, it's too much stuff. But yeah, I'll try to remember it. It was like very random on my previous videos. I'll look for it and I'll try to get you.
He's a mad fucking scientist. That's what he is. Had that Judy Michaelfish locked up, stole her and the doctors' experiments. That what they created, and then lock her up. Talking about she stole this. They stole this from them. They ain't still nothing from them. That was their stuff. She said she has nothing left. Nothing. Locked up for several years with no charges. And you know the government does that.
Yeah.
He has too much power. That little leprechaun, little motherfucker need to be locked up.
Yeah, lock that midget up.
And suffer. He needs to suffer. Killing all these people.
Strand him on Epstein Island to watch him starve and rot.
And he making money and got a book coming out now. And they just said Pfizer and Moderna, they're going to make billions off this booster for several years, so they're going to carry this on for a long time.
Yeah, what was it? Fauci claimed to go to bathhouses back in the 80s when back during the AIDS pandemic.
Mm.
Insane.
This is the tobacco of the HIV. Judy Mikovits, and thanks to she saved a lot of black lives with her HIV vaccine she created.
Yeah, and there was this one doctor that injected himself with HIV on TV. It was Dr. Robert Wilner back in December 7th, 1994. And he also went up against Fauci too. And he was like discussing much the medical industrial complex,
Okay,
big pharma.
I remember the medication that they were giving, remdesivir. If you look that up.
That's what Trump got when he caught COVID in the hospital. They gave him Remdesivir.
Yeah, they did that to a lot of people, but I'll send you a link if I could find it again.
And that PCR test, I would like to know how are they saying people are positive and negative, because it don't work. It doesn't catch the common cold. It doesn't detect the common cold. The inventor of it, mysteriously, he died a month before they released this virus. He couldn't stand Fauci because it doesn't detect the common cold. And I heard an interview with the man. He said it doesn't detect a common cold, not even a virus.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna. When you guys play this back, you guys can use the. I put it in the YouTube comment YouTube chat if you guys want to share the screen and watch it.
And then they claim that wait a minute, a doctor here at Pennsylvania Hospital, University of Penn, created that because he helped a patient that was here that was in the hospital for a long time and on a ventilator, and they gave him that Remdesivir. So you saying Dr. Fauci was giving people that?
Well, that was the here. Just watch this snippet. I think you'll enjoy it. Are you sharing the screen to watch it? Can one of you guys share the screen?
Oh, I'm on my
Well, I can't do it.
Tablet.
I don't know how to do that stuff.
Okay.
I just come on here and talk.
Oh, actually, I'll just play it on. I'll just play it. What am I doing? Duh. Alright, oops. I don't want that. Why?
They basically committing genocide.
Give me a second here. This is... Okay. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
The virus. We're seeing that within 3 to 5 days, we're seeing acute kidney failure because the virus we assume is attacking the kidneys, which I knew right away that wasn't the case. So I actually wanted to know, are they using vancomycin on these people also? Because this is a virus just like the flu. So I went on to CDC's website to find out what are they actually treating COVID patients with. And the CDC refers you to the National Institutes of Health's website for the treatment protocol of COVID-19. And this is when the storm happened for me. When I opened the website, Anthony Fauci was declaring that there's this new drug that is mandated in all hospitals and used by all medical doctors in America called remdesivir, and it is the only treatment to be used in all hospitals in America. Whoa. And then it said you cannot use hydroxychloroquine. It's proven to be dangerous for COVID-19 patients, and you can't use chloroquine. Now, I have reviewed drugs that patients have been on for the last 20 years. I had never heard of remdesivir, so I went to the FDA's website to find out any information about remdesivir, only to find out remdesivir was never FDA approved to be safe or efficacious for any disease. But on the NIH's website, Anthony Fauci said every doctor in the country has to use remdesivir only. And there's these 2 research studies that prove remdesivir is efficacious and warranted during this novel coronavirus. The first study quoted on the website was the Ebola trials on 4 experimental drugs in 2018. And then there was a second study, which was a study, it's called a cohort study, which was actually sponsored by Gilead, the manufacturer of remdesivir, in March 2020. And they had 53 COVID-19 patients from 3 countries, Japan, Canada, and America, that they gave remdesivir for 28 days. Now, there was 2 links on the National Institutes of Health website that Anthony Fauci was quoting. All I did was click the first one. I wanted to see this research study on the Ebola virus that warranted now Fauci saying we're going to use this non-FDA approved drug because of this research study on Ebola. When I clicked the link, and anyone can go to it now, in that study there was 4 drugs, remdesivir and National Institutes of Health experimental drug that Fauci put in, not remdesivir, but a second one, and then 2 other experimental antibodies. In the study, at 6 months of this 1-year study, the safety board for the study found remdesivir had the highest death rate of all 4 experimental drugs and pulled the drug from the study. It didn't even make it to the end of the study because it was so deadly. They also pulled Anthony Fauci's experimental drug he put in the trial because it was the second most deadly. So did Anthony Fauci know about remdesivir's death? Oh, you better believe it. And now he was going to push this on the masses? Well, the second study that he quoted on NIH's website, which was the cohort study by Gilead, it actually published its findings within 28 days of giving these 53 COVID-19 patients from 3 countries. They figured out what the side effects were. 22% of all 53 patients that had COVID-19 experienced these 4 lethal side effects: multiple organ failure, acute kidney failure, septic shock, and hypotension. 8% of them had to be taken off the drug on day 5 or 10 because they were dying from the poison of the drug's effects on multiple organs. So 30% of these individuals experienced 4 life-threatening side effects of the drugs. Now, acute kidney failure was the one that caught my attention. What were the medical doctors in New York saying in the media? We've never seen a virus do this before, but when we start treatment, we're seeing a virus attack the kidneys and cause acute kidney failure. Not only in New York are we struggling to find ventilators, we don't have enough dialysis machines. Well, I knew right away it was remdesivir poisoning. Anthony Fauci knew it was deadly because the actual research study he was quoting, I could not believe that no one clicked the link to go look at the study to see, well, what were the results of the study with remdesivir on Ebola virus patients that warrants now Fauci saying you got to give it to coronavirus patients. Anyway, it was disgusting. And immediately I had to contact the media and actually tell the world what was obviously printed in these research studies It was never proven safe. It was never proven effective. And then I learned America was the only country from January 2020 until October 2020 to treat all COVID patients with remdesivir. Our country bought up all of remdesivir reserves, and we're the only country that used it for the whole first 10 months of 2020. And which country in the world had the most deaths in the entire world? The United States of America. Do you want to know why? They poisoned them all to death with remdesivir.
Holy shit.
I called it Fauci's genocide. He knew it before. He knew it for 2 years before he mandated this drug.
All right, so what do you guys think about that? I'll wait for you guys to catch up.
I had to mute you guys to watch, listening to it on YouTube to hear it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I had to go
Well,
and
my thing, everybody in cahoots with this shit because they said a doctor here at University of Penn created that Remdesivir and gave it to this patient that was in the house. He was on a ventilator for, I think, months. And then they gave him that and he got well. So they lying. They lying all around.
lies, lies, lies.
Well,
All
I'll be
lies.
damned.
See, there's just so much to report, but other people have been doing it. It's just hard to catch, right? Because there's so
Right.
much.
Fauci is an evil grifter. It's like really fucking evil grifter. I mean,
He's an
I
evil
see.
fucking scientist. And I don't really think he's a scientist. I've never seen patients. I've never saw a picture with him with a stethoscope over his goddamn neck.
That's the last thing I'd want to see. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I want a different doctor, please.
He making millions and millions of dollars and writing a book and killing people. They committing genocide.
And guess how
And
many?
they upset a lot of black people not going to take that vaccine.
Here,
We know the government history with us.
here. You know how many new billionaires are being made because of pharmaceuticals?
A lot. I know it's a lot.
Yeah, I think there's even news. Let's see.
They're all probably gonna go and be fucking drug pushers anyway.
And my thing is, why would people even take Johnson & Johnson vaccine when they have all those cancer cases from the pattern they were giving out?
Huh. I saw a
Here's
lot.
one thing: no one should be taking this goddamn vaccine.
No,
Well, this
because
so-called vaccine.
it's no need for a vaccine for this. They don't want you to mention that ivermectin because that works.
Huh, they got rid of it.
You know what? And it's like no one actually take the time, the opportunity to actually learn to have better health and eat healthier and do much better for your health. And it's like, and it was the perfect opportunity to do it. However, it's like no one even wants to go and fucking listen to it.
Yeah. Here we go. I mean, I can't get the new numbers yet, but like Wall Street minted 56 new billionaires since the pandemic, and this is from NBC News.
Scamdemic.
Yeah, this whatever, yeah, scamdemic, plandemic. Yeah, so 56 new billionaires. And then guess what? I'll bet you if you look at them, it's all going to be through investments into pharmaceuticals. Oh, man.
Let me guess, 56 new fucking druggies. Well, drug-pushing druggies.
Yeah. It sucks. Anyways, keep going. I want to keep working for another hour if I can.
Yeah. It's like it's like big pharma is getting in too fucking big. They're gonna make they're making big fucking mistakes. Because there's gonna end up people not gonna go and fall for the bullshit anymore, and they're actually gonna go and look more fucking hated upon. As well, these career criminal politicians that want to go and make fucking bank off of it.
I'm just pissed off they use our tax dollars to kill us all.
If they're being bigoted towards us American taxpayers. And given bigotry of low expectation towards the American taxpayer too. Why aren't people screaming bigots at these politicians? Just based on that, I was like, oh right, they're okay with it. Yeah. And some of them whimper like, oh, fake bigotry. Oh, so scared.
And I'm so sick of this cancel culture.
I call it cancer culture because it's just a cancer and a fucking plague.
Yep.
So
I'll tell you, them old...
Oh, go ahead.
What you about to say, Evan?
No, I was gonna ask what you guys would do if things got really bad. Would you guys stay where you guys are already living, or go somewhere else?
Yeah.
I'm staying where I'm at. I got my gun.
I love you, Shirley.
I got everything I need.
I got my gun.
Got everything to go and need to protect me.
Yep.
That's for damn sure.
Nice.
Where the Supreme Court shut Trump Biden down, talking about allowing the police to go into our home to take our guns. They said no. That's against the law.
Exactly, and plus, that's actually gonna go and streamline to actually people to go and hate the police even more. I was like, and it's like, they shouldn't go and fucking do that kind of shit. And plus, these crazy people that are screaming defund the fucking police, and yet they worship the fucking feds. That's the fucking crazy part. These people are like, defund the police, and yet they fucking worship the fucking feds that want to go and cause domestic terrorism and war criminal around the fucking world. I mean, these people are fucking terrorists. It's no wonder I keep calling them fucking terrorists. And yet these fucking crazy people that worship the fucking feds are domestic terrorists and international war criminal apologists. These people are fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean
there's like more troops going to Afghan against the Taliban and stuff already.
What, you sending 5,000 and then threatening the Taliban?
Mm-hmm. And the Taliban's been kind of quiet since when Trump was president. It's like,
they were quiet.
Yeah, Trump's president. We don't have to do anything, I guess.
And yet they're virtue signaling still off, people to go, social distance and wear masks, but they don't mind invading and bombing other fucking countries. It's so fucking retarded. I was like, and people need to really go and people really need to go and fucking call this shit out. I mean, where are the real fucking reporters actually calling this fucking bullshit out? I was like, yet you're virtue signaling about fucking, COVID, and yet you're sending 3,000 troops to go and occupy another fucking country for stupid purposes under the expense of us. It's like they really lost their goddamn fucking minds. We really need to go and get out and get out of all these fucking countries and just fucking leave. Take every single fucking troop out and take off all of our fucking bases out too. But like, you do whatever the fuck you want with the fucking bases. We're gonna go and fucking strip everything and take everything out. We're gonna go and leave. Get the fuck out of here because we have no fucking business being in the fucking Middle East.
You know what I'm wondering? Like, how does the Taliban survive COVID-19? Did they get vaccines?
They said they're not getting the jab. They said they're not getting that jab.
Yeah, so shouldn't they be pretty much dead? Because
No.
They don't have vaccines. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. Well, listen at this. Israel, they was busting down people's doors to make them take that vaccine. And what happened is COVID is going up now over there. The Palestinians never got it, and it's going down. Going way down. Nobody's getting COVID.
Yep.
No one should be, especially a fucking government like that, forcing Jews to get vaccine. There's something fucking wrong with that shit.
But I call them the Zionists. They're not real Jews. That's doing this. They're not the real Jews. But they out there, the Jews out there, protesting against their government.
Yeah. And it's like people should be fucking protesting all fucking governments. It's like people should be protesting every single fucking government with this fucking stupid koofy bullshit. And plus against, their own fucking citizens. It was like, and you're forcing people to go and fucking take this fucking deadly experiment fucking drug. It's fucked up. Nobody should be forced to go and take this shit.
No, they shouldn't.
Yeah, this is some like fucking fed up shit.
They said they gave HIV in this, COVID, SARS in there, and aborted fetuses, and something that could cause cancer. My thing is, what's with that judge what's her name? Amy Coney Barrett? She shut down that bitch. She's a bitch. you saw what she did with Indiana University and them students.
What happened?
They filed with the Supreme Court. She didn't even send it to the other justices. She turned them down. Because the Indiana University wants to mandate vaccines, and they said, well, because of their religion, because what's in the vaccine, they can't take it. She shut them down.
And yet she fucking virtue signals about, being pro-life and shit like that. Virtue signal on being a pro-lifer, and yet when it comes to the koofy fucking vaccine, I'm gonna go and ignore this.
Even though aborted fetus is in there, but you about pro-life.
Exactly.
Hypocrite. Hypocrite.
Trump shouldn't have fucking chose that fucking cunt.
Well, I saw an interview with Trump. Trump was saying, I didn't know it was this bad. It's a lot of evil people that's been here for a long time. I forgot who he was interviewing with. I wish I could find it. He said there's a lot of bad people in Washington. Yes, he did. Because he thought he was ready to go in there. Because, they couldn't keep control of him with his mouth. Because he didn't have no filter. That's what I loved about him.
I mean, put me in the White House. I think I'd do a fucking better job. Because I'd be flicking everyone off. I'd be like, I don't care. I would be like, yeah, I work for the American people, not you fuckers. Fuck off.
Now I wonder what Amy Coney Barrett doing with them little black kids she adopted.
Hopefully nothing the crazy shit I hear about John Roberts fucking doing.
He's sick too. I can't believe this. When the Supreme Court didn't handle that case about that election, I said they all got something on them. That's why they doing it. They wanted that man out of there. I'm glad he let me know that the politicians are taking their personal vacations with our tax dollars. I didn't know that. I'm like, the motherfucker.
It's hard to hear you, Eric. Something's with your mic.
Oh, sorry. Sounds like these career criminal politicians are a bunch of champagne socialists and caviar eating commies. Like I'm starting to think of them as more socialistic and more communist than those people that advocate for fucking communism.
But it's starting to look like the former USSR right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like that shit's gonna knock. This shit ain't gonna fucking happen because eventually, all the dominoes are gonna go and fucking fall down. And they're the one, and plus, I'm looking at them. I was like, they're gonna look at like us going into full throttle fucking chaos. The people in power, they're the ones with fucking true targets on the back when shit hits the fan. I actually look at it that way. I was like, they're not gonna go run off into their fucking shelters very fucking easily. I'll say that for damn sure.
And why did they have gas masks under their seats at the January 6th event? I don't think they normally have gas masks under their seats, do they?
Who had gas masks?
Them in Congress. When they were down there trying to certify the vote, they had gas masks under their seats.
That's
weird.
Weird.
Some of them put on gas masks.
Where did you hear this from?
I saw it somewhere. They was talking about they had gas masks under their seats.
Like any pictures or anything like that?
I didn't see any pictures, but I'm like, well, if they had them, I know it was fixed. Because why would you need? They don't have that at the when they down in there. I know they barricaded the door, but there's so many pictures, and they're probably editing pictures that show the truth. So they going after Trump supporters.
It was funny to go and see those politicians scared. Do you think I was? You think I was?
I love that.
You think I was? Oh my God, they're in danger! Oh my God! No, I was sitting there fucking laughing. I'm like, yes.
Me too, Eric. I was too. I said I wish the Americans would wake up when we get out there and go down there and get them scared. Let's just get them scared, and they start doing something. Because it doesn't make any sense. Like Bill Maher said on one of his shows, he said American people are stupid. There's a lot of them that are stupid.
Unfortunately, because of the media, it's because of the media apparatus. It's because of the media industrial complex, and big pharma, social media. And these career criminal politicians that allow it. I mean, they bitch and fucking moan, and they bring up like January 6th. I was like, oh, it's worse than September 11th. Oh my God, this is like the most worst tragedy ever. I was like, yeah, comparing September 11th, 2001 to January 6th, 2021, you got a real fucking problem. A real fucking problem. You fucking screwed up in the fucking head and you're an idiot. The 2 planes went into the World Trade Centers and people fucking jumped to their fucking deaths. They suffocated. They got fucking burnt to death. And they want to go and compare what happened to January 6th to a fucking terrifying day here in America. That was likely even thought up by the fucking feds, and they'd be like, oh, we can go and get some, we can go and have people
set up.
Yep, they set it up. They set it up for the Patriot Act and to go to fucking war. I was like, they brought a so-called international terrorist incident and made it into a domestic terrorist incident because they wanted more government control. It's their fucking fault. They're the terrorists, and it's under the fucking Bush administration. George Bush is a goddamn fucking terrorist, as well as the other administration. Hell, these like elitists, they're all terrorists to me. They're all terrorists, every last one of them. And yet, you know, yet fucking Christopher Wray wants to go and fucking talk about, you know, domestic terrorists and fucking white supremacy. Fuck him. He pretty much serves a fucking guy. He pretty much serves like the current president who was mentored by a fucking white supremacist and a fucking Klansman. And yet that fucker can't even go after him. Fuck him. Terrorist too. Hey, I have.
Shame.
Yeah, I have no filter and I will say anything I want to. I don't care.
It's a shame that girl, that veteran, her death will never be investigated. Never.
Ashley Babbitt?
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's a damn shame. She shouldn't have died.
No. And she's a veteran, but they love the soldiers, right?
Apparently they don't love every single soldier. Soldiers that they want to go and pander and virtue signal upon. Because it's all one big giant pandering fucking game from the Fruity Little Club. It's not the big club, it's the Fruity Little Club. The Globo Homo Fruity Little Club. And yes, I consider myself as a global homophobe. And I don't care if they call me a racist or bigot. They're just words. I was like, look at Obama when he bombed Libya. And yet so-called African Americans won't even call him out. Calling him a racist or a bigot. Hypocrites. And yet he wants to go and lecture people about the original sin of slavery.
He can't talk about that. His family never. He don't even have answered. His family owns slaves, so he needs to be fucking quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah, his family owns slaves. Mitch McConnell said him and Obama are related.
Oh, you mean Mitch McConnell? Oh. I actually call him that. After all, he's married to a Chinese wife, and he's gonna turn the tata. She's gonna go and turn the tata into tata. Tata so tasty. Tonight we die at tata so tasty. Oh, tata so tasty. Where's your husband? Tata soup. Where's your husband? Tata so tasty.
I like how what was it? South Park really doesn't they keep doing their thing. Even with all the vitriol, if you're like against the mandates and all that stuff.
Oh, the pro-vaccine special.
Mm-hmm.
You know what was my problem with that? There's two things. One, they were pro-vaccine. Two, they didn't even mention Big Mike. They had the most perfect fucking opportunity to go and put Big Mike, because, you know, they had like, you know, it was a pleasant sight to go and see Hillary Clinton and Obama like being lambasted in that episode. However, there was something missing. Big Mike. That was something big that was missing, and that's something that should be criticized. I was like, only if they put Big Mike in there. I mean, they could have had, like, you know, like a manly looking Michelle Obama, you know, having like a bulged out, like, you know, dressing in drag and like bulging out in nylon or something like that. Something crazy and creepy and scary just to be fucking funny. I mean, if I was in South Park, I'd be like, put in Big Mike. Put in Big Mike. I would just keep egging them on. I would not shut up. I would not shut up. I would not shut up. I'd be like, put it in there. Put it in there. Put him in there. Yeah, but probably, you know, if they go too far, they probably get Joan Rivers. Well, Joan Rivers. And may Joan Rivers rest in peace. Got taken out by a big fucking ugly tranny who pretends to be a woman because some butt fucker named Barry got hurt. Oh, it offended my sensibilities. Listen to me, I'm so virtuous. Fucking hate Obama. I regretted voting for that fucker. Back in 2008. Oh, the good thing is I have every right to go and criticize the fucker. Well, the one that gets fucked by a tranny.
Yeah, only problem for me is I'm disappointed I voted at all. I mean, I haven't voted since, well, I didn't vote in 2016, just the primary, that's it. And then haven't voted since. I wish I didn't vote earlier, but oh well. Sometimes, you know, we're all invested in it at some time.
Well, I'm making sure DeSantis gets back in the office 2022. And he's a guaranteed shoo-in, by the way.
Who?
DeSantis, Ron DeSantis.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely a shoo-in.
I'm going to crack you up. The governor of Chicago canceled, while the Lollapalooza was going on, he canceled it because he saw the mayor out there with no mask on, dancing and having fun. And the top doctor said there were no COVID cases reported from that event.
What?
Yep.
Man, these people are fucking tyrants.
Yeah. The governor canceled that concert. Because he saw the mayor out there. She was taking pictures. She was having a good time. She ain't having no mask. And everybody else didn't. Maybe one person had a mask on. But the top doctor said there were no COVID cases. But they keep talking about big crowds. You got to wear a mask outside. That's BS.
Like, it is complete bullshit.
They just want control of us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wish people will wake the fuck up because I'm getting sick of this shit. I can't stand that mask.
I can't stand them. Like, with me, because if it was me out in that crowd, I'd be like, fuck you. I'd be like, you're supposed to work. You're supposed to work for me. Now bow down to me. Submit, bigot. I would actually say that. I'd be like,
and it's not good for kids to wear in school.
It's child abuse. Straight up fucking child abuse. And plus, Hard Bastard covers Farron Cousins. Like, he makes his kids wear masks. His asthmatic kids wear fucking masks.
Who does?
Farron Cousins.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Someone that Hard Bastard covers. He refers to him as bald fuckface.
How's what does Hard Bastard think about this whole situation? I haven't watched stuff in a long time, so.
Oh, he does not like what the fuck is going on.
Okay, that's good.
And plus, they actually YouTube actually back a couple of weeks ago, YouTube suspended his YouTube account because of fucking COVID misinformation.
Yeah.
That's what's the truth.
Exactly. They go after people that want actually, you know, call out the bullshit. They don't want any of that. I was like, oh, just be submissive. Be submissive. You know, it's like, no, I'm not gonna be submissive. I want them to, you know what? With me, I want them to go and fucking bow down to me. Submit to me. You're supposed to fucking work for me, not the other way around. my fucking way. You bow down to me. Because I would say it right to their faces. You submit to me, and you fucking bow down to me. If you don't, get the fuck out of here. We'll kick your ass out of office.
I don't know about that.
I have to be ruthless.
That's just too much for me. I don't know about that. You can do it.
Well,
I'll laugh if you do it.
we can't kick them out because they cheat.
Like, enough of this bullshit cheating, too. We all know that you lie and cheat and steal and kill and, you know, get children raped and molested, murdered, and all these other fucking crazy things, and trying to go and fucking kill our children, rape them, murder them, human traffic them. We all fucking know it.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to
and they want to go and do it with, you know, these so-called fucking activists. We all know their fucking game. It's just a matter of time when people just fucking, you know, when push comes to shove, people will be shoving fucking back. And I'm actually glad, you know, at least some of these people are really starting to wake up. It's just I want to see majority of the population.
Not enough waking up.
Yeah, we need more of it.
Yes, we do.
It takes a long time. I mean, even we took a long time to wake up.
Yeah, it took me a while. It took me a while. When it push comes to shove, now I'm like really, really shoving back with all this ruthlessness. And, you know, I do it with a smile on my face. Oh yeah, I do it with a smile on my face, and I do not care. Yes, I will do it with a smile.
So, do you guys have any family that really actually woke up from what's going on? Friends or family, or?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, that's good.
Well, my kids are like that because they're like, I ain't taking that vaccine. I said, you better not, because I ain't let y'all take the flu vaccine. And the chickenpox. Well, the chickenpox vaccine wasn't out when they were young.
Yeah, I would think
So
like the blacks in the United States would probably be the last one to trust government to take any vaccine. All the stuff that happened in the past, that government said, hey, it's safe. Not really.
Yeah, they just wanted to go and pander to see. Oh, it's like, oh, it's so-called safe. It's safe. Safe.
Yeah, but I hear the new thing now, the IUD, they got lawsuits going on because they stand up in women. They can't get them out.
Whoa.
Yes. Yep. I never thought of keeping something up in me like that for a long time. I never used that. Never. Never. Bad enough taking the birth control pill. But having something like that, oh no. Because something could happen.
Exactly. And that's why, and plus that's why I would never fucking take it anyway. I would never take it in a million fucking years. Even if they offered me all the money in the fucking world and where I could go and fucking live, I'd be like, fuck no and fuck you. And they could go and offer me anything. They can go and offer me anything. They could even go and fucking blackmail or fucking bribe me of anything. I'd still never fucking take it because what's the fucking point?
Wait. You don't want a free donut?
Hell no. I don't want a free burger or fries either. And the people still not waking up. What do you think? Like my mayor. Oh, we're doing a lottery, $1 million. Some people will win some parts of the money if they go get vaccinated. I'm like, are these people waking up? Why would they have to do this?
I know.
People would do it for the flu vaccine.
Yeah, if it was life or death, you'd take it because it's life or death.
Right. Yeah. If somebody's falling out on the streets dropping dead, it's not like the Ebola virus. Some people are bleeding from their bodies. I don't know what kind of shit that was. That was a nasty one. But this is not like that. Nobody's falling dead in the street.
Mm-hmm.
People need to wake up and say, get over that Trump syndrome and wake up. He's gone. He's been gone.
And you know what's so insane? You know what's so insane? The same people that have fucking TDS and the vaccine was produced under the Trump administration, yet they go and fucking sit and bitch and fucking moan about Trump, and yet they fucking take this fucking vaccine. What the fuck is up with that?
Well, there's a lot of, if you go to No New Normal in the Reddit subreddit, a lot of people are posting stuff where like Twitter users who are telling people to get the vaccine are during Trump's presidency was telling people not to take the vaccine because it was Trump. But the only thing different, the vaccines are the same. It's just Biden's president instead of Trump.
My thing is, this was funded from the former administration.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they keep saying it's Trump. Trump knew about it. No, Trump didn't know about this. This was funded from the former administration. When Trump got elected, this event they give when a new president come in, and they give it for the people that's going into the new administration. He said, under this administration, there will be a pandemic.
And Fauci said that.
And that's on video.
And that's enough video evidence to go and take that fucking midget down.
Yeah, how about that? How about that? How did you know it was going to be a pandemic? The man he wasn't even in the Oval Office yet.
Yeah,
Trump didn't know about this. Trump knew he ain't take care of. I say this ain't got nothing to do with Trump. It got something to do with your former administration. Y'all keep loving all the time. He was a piece of shit. Come on. Trump was stupid and yada yada. Trump wasn't stupid. That's all I can say. He said some stupid things, but he talked to the people. He talked like regular people. Not like Nancy Pelosi that you want some grapefruit song. That's how they talk to us, but we don't relate to that language. Trump talks straight to us.
You're killing me, Shirley.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, that's her. But her ice cream. I'm gonna get my $20,000 refrigerator and my $13 gallon ice cream. Then you gonna do this during the lockdown? Are you serious?
She's a fucking evil cunt.
She is. She's another cunt. Her and Hillary, both of them, cunts. I can't stand that bitch. She held that when Trump was in office, and he said, just bring me that one bill for the people to get them $2,000. She held out, and she purposely held out till Biden got elected, because they knew that he was going to get elected. Kamala Harris, they was like, so what you think about the election? Oh, it's over. She said it's over, and it didn't even start yet. So you knew something was rigged.
Mm-hmm.
When the Supreme Court kept turning Trump down, telling them not to allow them mail-in ballots. Because it's known for cheating, and it is. They cheated their asses off with the mail-in ballots. Because how Biden get more votes than Obama? Hell no, he wasn't that goddamn popular. He couldn't fill up a gymnasium. He couldn't even fill up a little park.
True.
And people didn't even wake up and get a light bulb in their head. How he won more votes than Obama? Obama made history by getting the most votes. But him overpass Obama? No way. He was a blip on the radar on the poll. I was watching it. He was a blip on the radar. Because everybody kept saying, where Biden at? Where he at? And Trump always said he's in his basement.
Basement with probably some kid.
Yeah, probably fucking sniffing children. Piece of shit. They should throw Biden off. They should throw Biden on fucking Epstein Island. Hell, they should just fucking make Epstein Island into a fucking prison for these evil politicians and these fucking pedophiles. I'm gonna fucking torture all of them. I'd be for torture,
And
only for pedophiles.
Epstein not dead. He's still alive. He's still alive. I saw a video of it. Some guy, he been flying around Epstein's island for a long time. And he was over his island, and it was a caretaker out there. Then all of a sudden, this white-haired guy get out of his van, talking to him. Then the white-haired guy looked up and jumped right back in. He ain't dead. He is not dead. I don't believe it. I don't think Osama bin Laden's dead either. Why you cover his whole body up? They let you see Saddam being assassinated. I saw his face and his son's. So all of a sudden you just cover Osama bin Laden's whole body and drop him in the sea. That's a desecration to the Muslim faith.
Yeah, it's like our worst enemy. Oh, let's give him the proper rights, funeral rights or whatever.
They full of shit. Everybody that Saddam been to that White House. I think Osama been to that White House. I'm not sure, but all the Taliban was invited to the White House. All of them was there, and they turned against them when they don't want to go along with the get along game.
I think probably the funniest part is when they went there and he had all these porn tapes or something like that. When the U.S. military when they got there, they just found Osama bin Laden's like porn collection. It's like, really?
Porn collection. Osama bin Laden having porn collection, like you know, it's like
he probably did. He probably did. He's a man.
You got a point there.
He's a man. He probably did. That's none of their business. That's none of our business. So what? A lot of them are pedophiles down there in Washington.
Exactly.
That's like calling the pot black. I forgot that term right now, but.
Kettle calling something black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pedophiles and pedophile apologists.
Yep, they all down there running pedophilia.
The part calling the kettle black. I think that's
it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's so hypocritical.
Because it's like with me, I was like, I would be like, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, you're a fucking pedophile apologist. You support the human trafficking of children, especially when they get, and plus in those facilities, you know, those children actually get molested. The children that are human trafficked, they get molested.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Also, food poisoning. Little kids killing themselves in those facilities, and yet, where's the fucking outrage? Oh, that's right, they're okay with children being molested, killing themselves, and getting fucking food poisoning. It's really fucking sickening. And this is why I said send all these fuckers off to Epstein Island to fight to the death.
And my thing is, the homeless, it wasn't no high rate amongst the homeless people with COVID. What happened?
Exactly. What, like the home, yeah, people that are homeless.
You would think that virus would be high amongst them. They're on the street.
Exactly. You know,
hey,
that's.
Do you know if the Amish take vaccines?
They never get vaccines. They never caught the COVID, but here, where they work at the terminal, people were complaining, well, we gotta wear masks, why they can't wear masks? Because they need to wear masks, because they're immune to it, they don't get vaccines.
Yeah.
So they had to start wearing masks.
The Amish?
I'm like, geez. Yeah, they had to start wearing masks because the customers were complaining. Well, now we gotta wear masks, how come they don't have one on? I'm like, really? You need to go look at your history. The Amish are immune to this virus. They didn't catch it. They're not going to catch it. They never got vaccinated at all. Only the ones that may have got it that was excommunicated from the Amish community.
Yeah, that's
They
what
don't
I
even have
thought.
kids with autism.
Yep, and people go and yet people praise this fucking drug. Like it just drives me nuts. It's like with me, those people that want to go and push the vaccine, I call them fucking drug pushers. It's like, hey, fuck you, you're a drug pusher. I'd be like, you're not. Yeah. Oh, I agree. All big pharma are just a bunch of fucking drug pushers.
Once again, what drug company they just had little lawsuits getting people hooked on drugs? It was one. It was billions of dollars.
I don't know, probably all of them. I don't know.
Because I'm like, well, that's like well, but the government's getting that money. They ain't giving it to the people. They got strung out on it.
Yeah, it's all a fucking grift.
And politicians really don't want them to leave Afghanistan because that's their money missing. Some poppy fields.
Yeah.
It's literally a fucking war on drugs. And yet people fall for that moralistic bullshit.
I know the black community didn't fall for it. And I know it was meant for us. Fight with his crime bill. You know all along your son is a fucking drug addict.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what fucks me up. I'm like, that's a lot of nerve.
Yeah. Biden's a piece of shit anyway. The same guy that was mentored by Robert Byrd, a fucking Klansman. A Klansman, and yet he's lecturing people about a bunch of stupid shit. And he's the one guy that was mentored by a Klansman.
And Obama spoke so eloquently at Robert Byrd's funeral. That's why I knew Obama didn't like black people when he picked Biden.
That is true.
Yep.
Obama is a racist apologist.
Yep, he is. He always talked down to us at universities. When he talked to the white folks at their university, he uplifts them. I'm like, this motherfucker ain't black. He ain't really the first black president. He part Kenyan and white, and he led his white life.
He's more white liberal than black. That's true. Well, a white liberal that's married to a tranny.
Yep. And what cracks me up, he heard a true African American running for president. But a lot of white folks voted for him the first time. That's when them all went over to Trump. Ain't no way Trump lost when he got more votes than he got in 2016.
I didn't even pay attention to this election cycle, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Trump told us when he first ran, come on, black people, what the Democrats have done for you. Vote for me. What you got to lose? And I say he right. What do you have to lose? Because they never done shit for us.
Yeah, and especially supporting Lyndon B. Johnson saying, this horrendous quote back in 1964 about something for 200 years. I won't say it because of, the whole YouTube thing. They'll go after that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Unless if you take down the video. But, you can go and fill in the blanks. I was like, and yet you're still voting Democrat after Lyndon B. Johnson said that shit? I was like, yeah.
Well, you could say it.
Supporting Bernie woke up my ideology about this political stuff.
I would
Yeah,
suggest looking it up.
I don't know how. Has he been towing the line lately or no? What's his deal?
Who?
Bernie Sanders.
He just sits there and fucking panders.
Yeah,
And
he
plus,
is. Cause they gave up voting, going for Medicare for all. He said, "Oh, we ain't gonna worry about that. We ain't gonna get that through." I'm like, what? You talking that crap for years, and then you gonna just say, "Oh, we're not gonna go push that through the vote on it"?
like I said, panders, Bernie panders. You know, especially him supporting a political party that is extremely anti-Semitic towards his Jewish religion, and yet he wants to call out anti-Semitism on the so-called other side. Yeah, you have a losing fucking argument. So pretty
Yep.
much he sides with an anti-Semitic political party. That just makes him a fucking self-hating Jew and an anti-Semite apologist. Which it is true. I mean, just by looking at the, just by, you know, me doing the research, I was like, this motherfucker's an anti-Semitic apologist. Really? It is true. He worships and reveres the political party that is anti-Semitic towards his religion.
And I believe he just ran to get more Democratic supporters.
Exactly. Which, you know, hence
by him too.
I actually used to support that fucking lying piece of shit. And I regret it. Fuck Bernie.
Yep.
Well, probably Hillary Clinton fucks him with a strap-on dildo up his fucking fruitcake ass. Back in 2016. Or probably he takes in Big Mike's big fucking cock up his fucking fruitcake ass. Yeah, and I wonder if Barry got a banging for his 60th birthday present. Here comes Big Mike Barry. Let me stretch your asshole out, bigot. Fucking insane. Well, at least I can go and sit and laugh about it nowadays. And this is to Bernie Sanders. Fuck you. I regret supporting you, you fucking anti-Semite apologist. You enabler, you sympathizer, you empathizer.
There's only one person I voted for, and they doing what they ran on. That's our DA, Larry Krasner. He's the only one that's doing what he said he was going to do. And he's DA. But other than that, I can't vote for nobody else. Nobody. Because he got like 21 people so far out of prison that were convicted that were innocent for murders, rapes, and other things. One guy they sent to death row. So he, just this past Friday, some former detectives had to turn themselves in. So this man spent 27 years in prison for rape and murder of a 77-year-old woman. He kept saying it wasn't me. They had DNA evidence that he didn't do it, but they didn't use it for trial. So he was put in prison for 20. He just got out. But he said he wants justice. He wants justice. And this other guy, there was a little girl that was raped and murdered. They put his ass on death row. They had evidence that he was innocent.
Whoa.
So as soon as Krasner had got in office, he fired 30 district attorneys. He fired 30 of them. And one tried to run against him for his re-election. He fired him. And he was nasty. I said, I bet one of his cases he prosecuted. They just wanted to win. Just want to win. Just put people in prison for no reason. And a whistleblower came out a couple of weeks ago saying it's a lot of innocent people in prison. Guess who was a whistleblower for the police? Just making up lies. That's wrong. That is really wrong.
Yeah. These fucking Democrat-ran fucking cities that just, you know, they want to go and breed criminals and frame innocent people.
Yeah, and the real criminals are out on the street.
Exactly. And plus illegal immigrant criminals that trafficked children. And yet
they here now. And they not even testing them for COVID. I think like 40% that got released in Texas, they have COVID.
Fucking insane.
Yeah. But we got to get vaccinated. But these illegals who come through here and don't get tested, don't get a question about where they come from, don't do any research on them. They just come through because of Biden. Just come on in. And it's not just Mexicans, it's Africans, all other nationalities coming through.
Yeah.
And like I said, they taking our jobs because right now, where Temple is located, there's a lot of new homes being built, and all I see is the Mexicans building them. I don't see any white, black, not even Puerto Ricans. It's all Mexicans down there fixing up these houses because that's cheap labor. Because they hang out at your local Home Depot too.
Oh shit! Holy shit!
They taking away jobs. And they not taking them, because everybody, we ain't going to go in the field and pull up some fruits and stuff. I don't know. They still do that, but they really taking jobs. That's good paying jobs.
Well, like they say, these politicians want to give bigotry of low expectation towards the American taxpayer. I mean, these politicians are truly fucking bigoted big time.
Yes, they are, including the Congressional Black Caucus. They need to change their name to CIC, Congressional Immigration Caucus. They ain't fighting for black folks at all. At all.
Yeah, those are the kind of organizations that just want to go and basically just pander just for, you know, votes and, like, you know, just to go and look virtuous on camera and just not give 4 fucking fucks about the American citizen.
Nope.
Fucking insane. Majorly insane. You know what? They'll get their fucking comeuppance at some point. When enough people wake up, they're gonna get their fucking comeuppance.
Well, California's going to pass that bill. If you're not vaccinated, you can't go to the grocery store. If that don't wake somebody up.
Who is this?
California.
Oh, yeah.
They going to pass a bill. If you're not vaccinated, you can't go in the grocery store.
That's fucking stupid.
So I can't go get something to eat for my family because I'm not vaccinated? You got to be kidding me.
I tell them, you like, fuck you, you're drug pushers. You're a bunch of fucking communist-loving, fucking drug-pushing pieces of fucking shit. It's like, I'm sure there's gonna be people like, hey, fuck you, I'm not getting this, kiss my ass.
And I hope Nancy Pelosi's nephew get ousted.
They need to get rid of that fucking piece of shit, ugly piece of shit, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, he's a creepy looking guy. Creepy.
Ugly and creepy motherfucker. I was like, yeah, I could know where I know where he got the fucking ugliness from. His fucking family genetic pool. I mean, look at fucking Nancy Pelosi. Ugly fucking cunt.
Oh, did you hear that Nancy Pelosi's daughter supposed to be running for Congress or Senate?
Who?
Nancy Pelosi's daughter.
Oh boy.
Hopefully she fucking loses. Because we don't need any more fucking cunts coming from that fucking failed abortion.
And you see what they did with Nina Turner. Because I'm like, I know she wasn't going to win because the Democrats hated her, especially when she left Hillary's camp in 2016 and went to Bernie. I knew she was going to lose. They made sure of that. They picked this nobody. She corrupt, and she's corrupt too.
Wait, is Nina Turner no longer senator? Was she in the Senate?
Well, she wasn't a senator when she was running for working with Bernie's campaign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she was running again, and then she was leading by 30%. Then the Democrat Hillary got in there. James Clyburn, a big Israeli group supported this young woman, black woman. She seemed like an idiot. She couldn't feel a crowd. I said they cheated. They cheated.
Yeah, she was Ohio, wasn't she?
Let her win. No, yeah, Ohio, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a lot of corruption out there too.
That's crazy. I kind of liked her.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still kind of questioning her for a little bit, but I think she got a lot of pressure. But I think eventually she's just like, you know what? Screw you guys. And that's probably when they ran against her.
But the thing is, they put too much money on consultants, spent too much money on that, and then she got people from Bernie's team and Hillary. You knew you was going to lose. Mm-hmm. You should have known. Hillary was pissed he left her.
I would have pushed Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders' side, but like, fuck both of you. You're losers. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah. Democrats are a bunch of fucking losers, and they just cheat.
Yes, they are. Well, guys, I'm going to get ready to get off here and go to bed.
Yeah, I need to do the same. I'm pretty much all done, I think. I think I need to run it one more time through to make sure all the update amounts are good. But
oh shit, it's 2:57. It's almost 3 o'clock. Holy shit.
But thanks for staying up and keeping me company, because it would have been boring doing this on my own.
Had a lot of fun with this random conversation. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you again for hosting, Eva. Greatly appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, no problem. That was 421. Oh, hold on. I need to check something real quick. Good. 365, 346, 1962, 82, 12048, 12067. Perfect. All right. I got everything that's supposed to be there is there. As far as like the results, so everything got imported. And let's do some summary reports that are before, and all of this is gonna now be populated. All right, look at that. So now I can look up all the allergies, the date they submitted, I think, history, other meds, lab data. So I get all of this in the returns.
And plus, someone like me who have allergies, I even say fuck no to this vaccine. So
yeah, I can look at deaths. Like if you have a certain allergy, and we could look up whether anyone who had that allergy ended up dying taking from the COVID-19 vaccine, and we can check.
That's why I won't fucking take it too. I mean, someone with allergies like me, fuck no and fuck that.
Yeah. All right, that only took 3.5 hours to do. great.
Damn.
Someone should pay me, let's see, $300 for today's work. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, who was that one gamer online that my friend taught? Oh yeah, DSP. He thinks he a friend I play video games with likes
Mm-hmm.
talking about DSP, and like DSP expects to get like paid like lots of money just to go and live stream and do video games, and plus someone like me who does it for absolutely fucking nothing. You don't see me complaining.
Yeah, games are there just to be enjoyed. I wonder how much these people who do that actually really enjoy the game.
It's like with me, I really enjoy the game. I just go and take my time. And plus, with me, I don't expect any money though. I mean, with donations, it's always optional.
Yeah.
It's like, people like, give me money, give me money, give me money right now. Like on the Don't Be a Menace South Central while you're drinking your juice in the head. Like there's this one, she's like, give me money right now.
All right, I want give me one of your allergies if you don't mind. I want to
Oh, I
look it
don't
up.
mind. I have the animal dander. That's one of them. There's a peanut allergy that I have. Like certain nuts, I could actually go and eat. It's just like there's certain ones that actually make me have like an allergic reaction, big time. Like I get itchy.
Do you know what the term is called again? Sorry.
Mm-mm. I just know what I am allergic to.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that? Sorry, I was.
Oh, sorry. I just know what I am allergic to.
Yeah. Or can you do what is
The terminology, I
or
wouldn't know.
oh no, I mean what is it? The the
He's just like me. I'm allergic to peanuts, but I can eat macadamia nuts, walnuts, almonds.
I could have almonds too.
Yeah.
It's like something out of a mixed trail mix I can't have because that'll make me superbly fucking itchy and shit like that. And it's like, I swell up a bit.
Well, at least you get itchy and swell up. The difference with me, it feel like I'm trying to come down with something, and then I have to bring it up, and it doesn't digest.
Ooh.
Yeah. Tried eating 2 peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Oh my God, that was horrible. Horrible. My throat hurt for days.
Oh shit.
Because it didn't digest. Yep. I diagnosed myself, not my doctor, because I'm like, I ate 2 cookies at work. The Girl Scout cookies, the peanut butter covered ones with chocolate. I ate 2. And I'm at the job, I'm like, why am I feeling like this? And then I had to go to the bathroom and throw up. I'm like, geez, because it felt like my lungs was closing up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So then I said, that maybe was something. They were bad. And then I went home and ate. I said, I want 2 peanut butter jelly sandwiches for dinner. Lord, that was the worst thing I could have done. Woo! My husband was trying to talk to me. I couldn't talk. I couldn't say anything because I had to get it out of my system. It didn't even digest. It just came right up and clumped. And my throat was sore for several days.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I can eat all of the nuts, pecans. But I cannot touch peanuts at all. I could be around it. I don't get an allergic reaction. Because like, what's that, Texas Roadhouse? They always have big barrels of peanuts around. But they don't use peanut oil, so I was able to eat out of there. But just being around peanuts, it doesn't bother me. But ingesting it, that's the worst.
Oh, shit.
So any new restaurant pop up, I have to call them and make sure they not cooking with peanut oil. So there's some burger joints here I want to try, but they use peanut oil, so I can't eat there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, one last thing before I'll sign off. I want to look at symptom text, yeah. And remdesivir, right?
Mhm. They made that seem like that was the holy grail here in Philly. Because that University of Penn doctor supposed to have discovered it, not knowing it was already around. Oh, boy, the media is propaganda.
We knew that for a long time. Alright.
Yeah.
Look at the DNC emails and the Podesta emails. It just exposed all their little propaganda tactics. Also with Project Veritas as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both sides.
exactly. I mean, after listening to those CNN calls, I was like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
So we had only 42 deaths that had remdesivir in the
Also, there was
other meds.
also also that secret the video that was removed from Project Veritas's YouTube channel about AOC and her and like her recording for CNN. That pretty much got yeeted off of YouTube, and she was comparing what happened to she was comparing what happened with January 6th, 2021 to sexual assault.
And she wasn't even there.
Exactly. She wasn't even there. She claimed to be there. I was like, oh, this is so scary.
I fear for my life. I said, she is such an actress.
Yeah, she is a performance artist and a vampire.
And I pulled on to her when she was running. Because in her ads, I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody did a video. She's talking about she represents the Bronx. Them shoes she got on is about $1,500. And the outfit she got on is several $1,000s. So
Exactly.
a waitress a waitress salary cannot afford that kind of clothing. So she was chosen.
Yep,
and she
she
beat
was.
that guy. He was a long time congressperson, and he was supposed to be in the head of Pelosi's seat, and she beat him. Get the hell out of here. She was chosen. They wanted him gone.
Yep, it was all nothing more than a selection, and they keep selecting the crazy cunt.
Mhm.
The crazy cunt who's a vampire. I will keep saying it. She is a vampire.
Yeah, because her smile looked like she could have fangs.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm like, this bitch is a vampire. Like with me, there was something suspicious about her when I started to go and see more of her. I was like, this bitch looks like a vampire. I was like, you know what? And I started to go and look and do research. I was like, and she's for a political party that pretty much vampirizes upon the American taxpayer. So, just made me even think even more. She is a vampire.
Alright, I am done. I am so tired. But thanks you guys for coming on. I'll try to do a live stream that's more focused on a specific topic or something.
This was actually really fun.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I'll do it
So you
more.
gonna do more shows, Eben?
I might. I mean, there's being blacklisted. There's really not much else to do. But I mean, I've been playing around with like aquaponics and things like that. I'll probably need to clean and all this, but I'm kind of really been interested in in doing some database stuff and
Cool.
my next thing, like like if I'm working on something that's technical and I could do it on my computer,
Mhm.
I'll just do these live streams and people can come in and talk and I'll just do my thing, you know.
Cool.
Right.
My next project after this is gonna be, I want to create a D app. So a D app is a decentralized application. So it runs on a blockchain. I'd probably run it on something like Ethereum. So basically,
Mhm.
you download it on your pad or your phone or your desktop or your whatever it is, your laptop, and it runs off of whoever's on it. So, and since it's run on the blockchain, it's, you don't need to host like a server. You don't have to buy one. You don't have to buy a domain name. You don't have to uh, do all that stuff. Everything is just gonna be based on the blockchain. So there's no way you can censor it unless you shut down the blockchain.
Whoa. That's
So
pretty cool.
yeah.
That is cool.
So that's my next project. I figured I haven't been doing anything in a long time, but mostly because a lot of things have been happening locally. So
Yeah, a lot of things do happen.
yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Let's go. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, you guys. We'll talk to you guys again. I'll at least try to do this once a week. I mean,
Okay.
I might do it more often, but I'll try to just make it consistent once a week.
Yeah, I'll do my best to
Okay.
be. I'll do my best to be here as well.
All right. Cool.
All
I'll
right.
try to get there with my hours at work.
Sure. I can't believe you worked that long, Shirley.
Yeah, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, 1 day off.
That's
Wow.
crazy. All right. Take it easy, you guys.
All right. Bye,
All right, you
everyone.
too.
All right. Bye.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Good night.
Good night,
Good
Eric.
night.
Good night,
Good
Evans.
night.